There you go. It's kicked in now. Do you see it's lit up? That means I'm recording. Whoa, that's straight in my trick shot montage. Hello and welcome to this pro guide for the French 6E Division Blindy. I'm your host Hippie. I'm the world #1 Warno player. I know this says 6. That's my mental age. So basically this is going to work the exact same way as all of the other pro guides. I'm going to first explain what the division does. Then I'm going to go through the deck in exhaustive detail, explaining what every unit is, why it's there, what it does, why I've brought some things, why I haven't brought others. And then there'll be a series of examples. I've got about 6 or 7 examples. It's actually 8. I just wanted to say 6, 7, back to the mental age thing. And there are timestamps in the description, so if you're, bored or whatever, you can just skip to the games. If you actually want to learn how to play the div, I highly recommend not doing that. But there it is. So, 6E Division Blindy, my new favourite division. It is honestly my playstyle personified. It's actually very funny, isn't it? My favourite div is French. Basically, the way this div works is everything in this div is motorised, right? Even this mortar is on wheels, look at that. So there's no tracks in this division, everything's on wheels. So essentially you have a very powerful forward deployment consisting of the Gazelles, right? The Gazelle deployment with airborne forward deployment and the AMX 10RC, which is like a wheeled tank, super fast, if you're not familiar with it already. And yeah, so you got a very powerful deployment, and then, you hit them hard, you take ground, and then you just go attack somewhere else, and go attack somewhere else, and go attack somewhere else. And your air is really quite powerful, and you use that to support your attacks on the flanks and stuff. In a stand-up fight against somebody, like a proper mechanized div, you will lose, because the enemy has more armor than you, as in your tanks have no armor, they die in one hit a lot of the time. So you can't really fight against, M1A1, stuff like that. And you'll see that in the examples. So yeah, you start off powerful, you attack somewhere, and then you expect to lose that position, and you go attack somewhere else, and then you go attack somewhere else. You might even go back to where you went before, and it's a lot of fun. It's a very high micro division. If your micro isn't great, I wouldn't play this div. But it is quite powerful. It's quite competitively viable as well. It sees a lot of play in the tournaments. Particularly because the tournaments have a lot of bans, so the highest divs all get banned, your second Panzergren 79Y, that sort of thing, and then this one ends up being played quite a bit, and in one of the examples it will be a tournament game, and I'll point that out at the time. So let's go through the deck. First of all, 2 cards of supply, the big one, the small one. You can bring the helicopter one if you want, just because, you're going to be that far out extended that it would be good to bring the helo supply, but it hasn't really occurred to me until right this second. I haven't felt the need for that to happen. You only need 2 cards of supply because you don't have that much artillery. Your tanks tend to just die because they have very little armor, so you don't need to repair those. And so, yeah, you only need 2 cards of supply. In terms of the CVs, if there was a cheap 40-point one, I'd bring it, but you don't get that. So your choices are 80 points car, 60-point helo, which will just die immediately and get arted and stuff. It's really not a good idea to bring these. 100-point VAB, but it's only 2 per card. So this is the best option in this tab. If I had space in the infantry tab, I would bring an infantry CV instead, but I don't. Switching to said infantry tab, we've got the crap. I'll be honest, I don't actually buy these that much. It's really quite amazing how little I buy these. But basically, they're airborne forward deployment at 90 kilometers an hour. So they are airborne forward deployed, it's 10 dudes, it's a powerful squad, special forces, right? Like, they are good. It's just basically in the recon tab here, you have recon deployed at 100 in the VAB, and then you've got airborne forward deployed, so it's a weak thing at 100 in the car. So we'll get back to these, but the idea is actually, if you check my games, I tend not to buy that many of these. And you will be checking my games if you continue to watch the video. Then we've got Legionnaires. So the way Legionnaires work is you pay 5 points more than the regulars, and then you become black. No, that's not it, bro. You get a rank of veterancy and resolute, which makes you more resilient to suppression. Furthermore, your transport gets veterancy too. Veterancy, yeah, and the resolute trait. So paying 5 points, and like, because you're supposed to bring infantry, line infantry at 1 vet anyway. So paying 5 points to gain 2 availability and gain resolute and on the transport, that's very worth it. So you just don't bring these; they're just not worth bringing. The Legionnaires are better. So then we got Legionnaires Appelas, which is like the regular Legionnaires, but less anti-infantry, more anti-tank. Right, as you can see, the anti-tank gets better, but they lose the DMR, which is very important. So less anti-infantry, more anti-tank. Then you get group anti-char, which I believe there might have been a video where I did a 6E deck review where I said don't bring these. If I did, that was a mistake. I was wrong. Right, new meta. So basically, these are super useful because of the VAB Milan. And their capacity to just delete a tank immediately. So they are nice to have because, you've got your, like, super specialist anti-infantry, well, okay, whatever, forward deployed, super specialist anti-infantry, specialist anti-infantry, specialist anti-tank, super specialist anti-tank. Right, it's really nice to bring, honestly. It comes in handy a lot. And then you've got because if somebody gets a heavy tank too close, because it's 2 Appelas, one Appelas will usually kill it anyway. It's just you can really catch people out with this, and you can, because this is so fast, you can do things like you can send it around the side and put it on a road and stuff. You won't really see that in the examples, but it is possible. Then we've got the Escort APC. So why do you bring this? Your infantry is super expensive, right? These guys are 65 points and these guys are 35. So the point is that the Escort APC pads out the more expensive stuff. So you'll see in the examples, which are played, they'll be revealed basically in the order I played them, with 1 or 2 exceptions. And so you'll see, like, towards the end, when I'm buying infantry to do some flying column down the side, the Escort APC is coming out first, and then there's the real stuff behind, because if this dies, you don't really care. Now you might say, well, why not bring it in the truck? You need it in the VAB, because the whole point is that it shows up at the same time as all these other guys, right? Because it's at the front. Whereas if your unit that should be at the front, you bring in the 90 kilometers an hour truck, it's not going to get there in time. The VAB is also super useful because, like, let's say you want to do a flying column down a road, and this will come up in the examples. Yeah, you unload the Escort APC if you want, and then just send that VAB down that road. And if nothing shoots it, then the rest of the column can go straight ahead, and they are fast. Your enemy really can't react if he's not already there. So it's very, very funny. It does show through in the examples. The division is a lot of fun to play. You just have to have super APM. Then we've got Legion Sapper's Flam. So I used to be against these. I was wrong again, right? That was further time ago, but I'm willing to admit when I make mistakes. These guys are really good. So the flamethrowers did get buffed, actually. Like, they used to have an aim time of 8 seconds, right? But these come at 1 vet by default, so you still got 6 availability. You can 2 vet them if you want. I just don't really see the point. You might as well just leave them at the default vet. And they're specialist anti-infantry. They lose to Engineer's Flash and Saperi RPO because they aim faster. But in one of the examples, I'm playing against a top player on MBAD, and he just can't get past Legionnaires Sappers because they're just setting fire to all this stuff. So, and his infantry is like some of the best in the game in MBAD, but he doesn't get the flash and stuff like that. So, and then Milan 2 in the VAB Milan Legion, you just more Milan, right? It's nice to have. There's no Milan 1 option, so. So yeah, I prefer the Legion Milan for the same reason, right? It's 5 points to gain 1 veterancy without compromising availability. The Resolute matters less, because if you're getting shot, you want to be getting out of there anyway, because you've only got 2 HP, so you don't really need suppression resistance. So yeah, it's 5 points for 5% accuracy, basically. On both the transport and the, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. And the Resolute's like an added bonus. Then MMG team, so this goes back to the point about your units being really quite expensive. These are nice to hold flanks, help your mid-range infantry fighting. Super, super useful unit. Don't leave home without it. RT, so this is one of the weaknesses of the deck, kind of. In the new RT meta, what matters is 105 spam currently, whereas this, it's an expensive piece. It's got very nice range, which is why we bring it over the other one, and the aim time is better as well, right? But yeah, if the enemy's massing 105s, these tend to lose, although they do hit what they shoot at, unless he moves it, which happens in some of the examples, but in others they don't move it and it gets 6 rounds off and they die with the the pack up time and everything. Then on the mortars, like I could bring this in the VAB Legion if I wanted to. It's just this, like, this is gonna die. You're gonna lose all of these if you buy them, because the idea is you send out the mortar to hit people, and you make sure this is behind on counter battery. They hit the mortar, you hit them. That happens a couple times. They run out of artillery, and then you can use these to hit regular folk, right? So because of the pack up time, it can't immediately jump inside the VAB. So I just leave it with the truck, because there's no point in bringing the VAB, because the VAB can't save it. Or it's just you get there a bit faster. On the mortar, it doesn't really matter. If it was old meta, I'd bring the self-propelled ones, right? And it goes back. It's the same thing, right? 5 points for 1 rank of veterancy and resolute without compromising availability. Very worth it. Very worth it as a deal. But yeah, these get hit by counter battery just like this one does. I mean, admittedly, this is actually cheaper, but you can sell the truck. So also the caliber's less, so it's less good at shooting people, and you get 1 fewer, which matters a lot when you're expecting them to die. Tanks, so this is where the rest of my CVs are. So we got 3, 5, 7 CVs. 6, 7, did I say that? Right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's because these are 1 point slots, so this is 3 for whatever, and this is full, and I need all this. So yeah, this works for me. And you can put them with your tanks. You do see that in some of the examples. All the tanks are upvetted because of that, and you're smacking people. Then we've got 13, 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 tanks. You can bring them at 2 vet if you want. It's just the idea is they just die, man. The idea is that you get a big ball of them, and you either use them dispersed. The issue is they've got bad stealth, these ones, unlike the one in the Recon tab, which has mediocre stealth. So you use this as like a, sneaky fella. But this one is going to get spotted and shot back at. So you either try and outrange them, or just have 2. And then, you hit them twice because your accuracy is so high. Maybe you stun him, whatever. You can win a lot of fights that way. But it is a weakness that these tanks don't have a lot of armor. What they get instead is super high road speed. Not super high actual speed. This is actually slower than an Abrams. With its wheels, off-road, it's slower. But on-road, it goes at 100, whereas the Abrams goes at like 80. So, stick to the roads, generally. And it's not as fast as you think it is. And it can't fire on the move. I mean, it can, it's just it's not going to hit anything. So just keep those in mind. It does make it kind of awkward to use, but if somebody's running into you, you just go pew pew pew, and you tend to get them. But if you just, this is back to the point of if it's a stand-up fight, if it's an attritional slogging match, you will lose because these tanks will lose because they don't have any armor, right? So that's you really got to keep that in mind and use them appropriately. And then, yeah, I had 1 point left over, so I brought this one, right? And there was no more Legion ones left. It's just a bit cheaper, it's not as good, right? And then, yeah, the Mephisto Legion, so this is the hot 2. And you might be like, well, why don't you bring the Milan Legion, because it's got good stealth? Well, this has more range, which is super useful. And I've got this in the Recon tab, which is very good optics, good stealth. So this is my Milan thingy. This is my Milan Legion, right? Now, this is a 2-point slot, so if I just took this out and put it here, it wouldn't make a difference, right? And I'd much rather have this. I know it costs more, but it is super useful. You can send it around the sides to annoy people, but I tend to do that with just the VAB because the 50 cal kills them. But yeah, this is a defensive tool. It's useful, it's fun. So yeah, Sparhees we spoke about, so it tends to be 1 Dinops, 1 Sparhees, because the crap costs more. Or you do 1 Dinops, 1 crap. The idea behind the Dinops is that, like, they're not a great squad, but they're cheap, so it's cheap recon, and they've got smoke, and they go at 100 kilometers an hour, whereas none of your other stuff does. So they get there first, and then they can throw the smoke on the road, unironically, if you want to. Usually there's an AMX-10RC behind you, so you don't want to smoke the road, because that's going to start hitting everybody on the road. But you can smoke the enemy and wait for these guys to show up. So it's really nice to have. I really like having it. Some people do without it. This isn't their guide. Then we've got the AMX-10RC Legion. So, oh yeah, you'll notice this is at 1 vet because they're expected to be fighting, and I have 8 infantry recon, so yeah, this is not the Sublinde Legion, so it actually has a lot less pen. So strangely enough, 5E gets the Sublinde RC, so 5E gets the better AMX-10RC in the Recon tab than 6E, the AMX-10RC div. So that's a bit weird. But yeah, they'll snipe transports good enough. It's just something like this can be expected to, you know, do a lot better against heavy armor because it's got more pen. And having 1 more armor means it survives the unspeakable one with its 17 AP. And it can survive more max range tank shots. Whereas if this comes up against M1A1, probably just going to kill it in 1 hit. Something to keep in mind. Spoke about this, and then yeah, the Recon helicopter. So why not the drone? Why not the drone? Because I drone on myself, so I don't need to bring a drone. No, the idea is you bring this out at the start. It's got 6 HP, so it can survive a manpad hit, so it can screen for your gazelles, right? And it's got exceptional optics, right? I mean, you can use this. It's kind of unmaneuverable. I just don't like them, frankly. I mean, in certain matchups, if your enemy only has radar AA, like if you're against second Panzergren, this is very funny because his Gepards can't shoot it, his Eyehawks can't shoot it, and his Fliegerfats are probably going to miss anyway, so he has to buy a Tornado to kill it. But no, this is super useful. I mean, it stays in one place, you know? AA, so the Crotal, it's really not that good, but you don't have any better options. It's sort of like a bad OSA. In fact, that's exactly what it is. It is a bad OSA. The advantage of it is look how fast it is. It is very, very quick. So, you know, that goes with your flying columns down the roads and so on. And yeah, if somebody's flying over to you to bomb you, a combination of Crotals, Minstrels, Celtics, and these things will sort them out. So it's serviceable. The idea is it's fast, so you can get it into position quickly. Legion Minstrels. This goes at the same speed as that. I don't need this to shoot at aircraft, so yeah, I'd rather just have them be a little bit cheaper. This is a bit of a weirder one because the veterancy here doesn't... So in this tab, for whatever reason, when you become Legionnaire, you don't keep your old veterancy, if that makes sense. So, that... Yeah, like this would be 4. So the case could be made that you don't need Resolute, and, you know, for the sake of 5% accuracy, I'd rather have 1 more Minstrel. I like it like this. I've not had a problem with it, really. And then Gazelle Celtic, so you open with 3 of these. Unless you're against forward deployed enemy AA, you always open with 3 of these. And that will keep it going, right? That'll keep it going. The idea is you don't really need to open with a Crotal most of the time. You just open with 3 of these. That's 3 Minstrels. Since the last patch, helicopters became more survivable, so these die less now. The enemy plane missile would have to hit it to kill it. If hit it. The guns usually don't kill it. It depends on the plane and so on, but they're quite survivable. So at the start, you send them forwards, unless your enemy's got forward deployed AA. And then, as soon as you've secured the forward ground, you pull them back. This is the thing everybody forgets. You don't just leave them there, because if you leave them there, he just brings up his AA and he just starts shooting them all. So you pull them back, and you have them, like, maybe a kilometre, an in-game kilometre, not a real kilometre. I'm not going to explain that, you should know. The range scaling, right, houses aren't 100 metres long in real life. In this game they are. You pull them back, and then the next time the enemy uses a bomber on your forces, they'll just be there, and as the bomber flies over your guys, they'll all start shooting, and they'll kill it some of the time. Or the bomber will kill them, because the bomber's got side missiles, but they're very useful for the early game. And then I bring these are so useful. You'll see a game against this rank 84 player, he's called Derangement, and he was spamming helos into me, and these were just chomping them up, so... Yeah, this is a single gun, not a Zwillinger. So what you want is, as a standard rule of thumb, you want 20% accuracy. So this one I would have to 2-vet to get 20% accuracy. And, so yeah, I'd rather have the one more availability. Like, the accuracy, it's because the availabilities on this tab are weird, unlike all the other ones on the div. Yeah. The Resolute can be useful because sometimes the enemy helo will get a couple shots off on you, and if he stuns you straight away, you're dead. So I'd rather pay 5 points more to get one more availability in Resolute. You can bring this one if you want. Yeah. Helis, so Gazelle Hot 2 for defensive play. You can send it round the side if you want, but it's kind of expensive and it dies easy. But it's mainly for, you take that ground, and then you've gone off somewhere else, you sort of flood that ground with, a couple Legionnaires and these, and maybe one of these, and, maybe a tank in the bush or whatever. And you can have one of these behind it, and it just slows them down as they try and push back. You can use them offensively if you want. And then the Gazelle Cannon, so this is for the opener, that's why it's at 2-vet. Because it makes the aim time go down and the accuracy is almost double. The reason for that is that this is the percentage chance of hitting at least once in the first salvo. So if you're trying to kill enemy airborne forward deployment by running a Gazelle Cannon into him, or flying, you want that first volley to hit him, otherwise he's going to notice and unload his guys. So it's very important that this is at 2-vet. Air. So the fighters could be better, frankly, but they are what they are. It is what it is. And then, yeah, I'd love to bring this, but it's one per card. So I'd rather have 4 bombers than 2 bombers. Now this is nice against infantry, but it absolutely sucks against vehicles. So I'd rather have the dual purpose ones. I appreciate how cheap this is. You can get it out at the start, you can mess people up. The plane guns can suppress an infantry squad. The plane guns on the French planes are really good. And then you've got the Jaguar Seed. So the Jaguar Seed, yeah, you just strafe infantry with it. Generally this flies out ahead of the Jaguar Cluster and Jaguar HE. This is probably not going to hit anything. The idea is it flies out in front, the Seed shoots that, the AA shoots that. It's got 50% ECM, so it should survive. It's certainly more than 20, and then your bomber kills the AA. You'll see that in the examples. So I hope that makes sense. I should probably thank the generous channel joiners, generously joiner in the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get this video early, and they're the ones that make all this possible, because this video is going to be about 2 hours long, might be longer, I've not made it yet. And otherwise I would just make 8 separate videos, one for every game in the series, right? Because I'd be like trying to maximize ad revenue. But because of the channel joiners, I don't have to do that. So thank you. And let's go to the examples. Right, so here we are against Snowwolfie on Vertigo Duel. Snowwolfie, very good player in the upper bracket, in the tournaments and all this. And he's on 2nd US Marine. Now, I've got a guide out on 2nd US Marine. And in that guide, I talk about how his division is slow off the bat. Your division is super fast. And so I've got a big advantage here. I'm on the good side of the map as well. My tanks outrange his. It's a long distance map, right? And yeah, I'm doing pretty well for myself. So you see 3 Gazelle Celtics, right? Dinops with crap behind. You could do Dinops with the other one. Here it's Dinops with crap. And then this guy gets me on the first burst. So yeah, I should have been paying more attention. So that was really dumb. Could have unloaded, and then I will get these, I will miss. I will eventually get that. So we take mid, which is very important. And basically, what he should be doing is trying to take mid. If you're on the bad side, that's the best way to win. I should beat the Lav. I'm missing a lot, but we get that Humvee at least. Oh, he actually came through. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just chewing him up. I am stronger at the start. But there are 5 tanks coming. And you'll notice I outrange his tanks. Right? And I'm fast, so it's not a problem. So yeah, we're messing him up with the AMX-10RC. This is very common. You'll see this a lot. I'm not sure why he brings this. A bit of an oddball. Nice blow. I only opened one CV, and you'll notice it was actually the tank CV. It's because, and you'll notice I do that a lot, opening with 2 AMX-10RC PCs. It is expensive. It's 1/6 of your deployment on CVs. But the idea is that, you know, I can take the zone and then I can start shooting people. So it's nice to have. So that's HE. And yeah, he's coming for this, but so he's taken this side, which is smart, and then he should come over here and take mid, and then he should take this. Otherwise, I'm just going to put guys in here, which I have done, and just constantly shoot them in the side. So I get a bit greedy on this side, because I hadn't seen these tanks. Now they're all here, so do lose some guys. I'm trying to mortar his mortar. We'll see how that goes. I mean... So yeah, I had my own mortar for smoke and stuff. 1 Crotal, because I was expecting him to air spam, because last time we played, he air spammed me. He was playing Oster though, so it makes sense. And your infantry has a very nice range on its rocket launchers. It's basically the max range. There's 1 tier above it, but this is... It's 1025, but that's exceptionally rare. So... Yeah, I've just got it behind the building, so if he comes past, but he knows I'm here. He must have figured it out. Saw me walking up or something, so... Oh, he's got the... whatever. So, you see the Gazelle Celtics, I should have sent them back after the start, because look, he moved up the Stinger to shoot it, and now I've just lost one of my anti-air capabilities. And then I lost the Gazelle Cannon, so yeah, at the start, you'll notice as these examples go on, my play gets better, because I'm playing the Division, so I'm learning. So yes, that's where I learned about that, and hopefully you can learn along with me. So yeah, he's blobbing the crap out of me, but I'm on the good side of the map because I've got this defensive hill. He's honestly attacking in the wrong place. He really needs... If this was just here, if all this was just here and came across this, well, he'd take it, wouldn't he? But likes losing, I guess. So Gazelle hot for the defense, as we've spoken about. So yeah, he'd have to bring up the Stinger to deal with that, and he is doing that because he is a good player, so... You know, combined arms, etc., etc. Dragon 2s one-shot the AMXs. So it went over the... Anyway, I didn't notice that, so I'm sort of getting hammered. This could be going a lot better for me. So yeah, I'm still trying to hit that mortar. So I lose the CV, but you notice that the Milan 2s with the Milans means that look at how many ATGMs I can just hit him with. Right, and we got the VBL Milan there for a similar reason. Wanted to get somebody up to here so he could shoot. And yeah, his tanks don't have the max range, so he can't shoot back there. And he wouldn't be able to anyway, because he wouldn't be able to see me. So yeah, he's doing it wrong. He should have come for this. But, you know, your opponent is going to make mistakes. That's, like, nobody's perfect in this game. So you see mortar for attacking, and then this for counter battery. Right? That was dumb. Not sure why he did that. So yeah, now he's smoking this. So I suppose the idea was he was going to smoke that and then send the CV in. It's just he got the order of operations a bit messed up, and so he ended up losing the CV before the smoke landed. So I guess it makes sense. Anyway, trying to kill this guy with the... I mean, it's 6 salvo length, so it tends to get him. I guess that time it didn't, but I got a tank instead, so that's nice, I guess. So yeah, we'll speed this up a little bit. As you can see, once he gets in range, he just one-shots them. And, alright, Yeah, Milan 2, and do you see where the Appalachian is? I'm trying to get it into a place where he just can't shoot it. So I can just kind of sit there, and I'm not sure where I'm going. Yes, there. And then if he gets into range, we hit him with the Appalachian. And yeah, I'm on a +2, sitting pretty on a +2. We'll speed it up a little bit, just more kind of arty, like I know he's over here. You see the mortars actually do something now. I almost killed that Humvee. If he stays there, this is going to kill him. If I fire enough rounds. Look, I'm hitting him. He's lost 1/3 of his HP. So still trying to hit that. There it goes. Now he's bought the Catfay. So he's trying to come all the way around. That does end up messing me up, actually. This gets a bit more interesting. It's not as over for him as you might think, because my div's strong early compared to his, so... He just decided to attack the part of the map where I'm strongest. People do that because they're like, glue. No, they do it because they expect you not to defend this because it's the strongest part of the map, right? Anyway, you really got to watch out for these dragons. But yeah, he would have been much better off taking this and then coming for this, because he could put a TOW-2 in here, he'd be shooting everybody as they come down. And the close range tanks, if they're here, you know, and he owns this and they're here, well then they can kill everybody here, then you get the infantry in, right, and then you move them up to this place, and then they can shoot this. So he's just doing it wrong, basically. There's, you know, it does happen. So you see I'm trying to blob the tanks, and yes, he's bought an AT plane. I thought this was, like, close enough to hide from it, but I don't think it is. I think he ends up getting it. So yeah, the Gazelle Celtics are a little bit too far back now. I suppose they should be, like, here. And he does get me. I should have had a Crotal in here, or a Minstrel in here. And then, you know, I would get him as he flies over. So he does get me there, and he gets out. So that's a good trade for him. He just got a 145-point tank. Anyway, I spied his, with this, spied his CV there, hit it with the arty. You see how, like, this arty is very, very precise. It's just, it's expensive and you don't get a lot of it. I've got, yeah, so I had that up there and then it got hit by the TOW-2, I think. So yes, he's still coming around. This does end up being an issue, especially the fact that he brought the Stinger. Because I send a helo to deal with it and a Stinger hits it, so... And yeah, the mortar, I'm just hitting him with the mortar constantly. It's a really good idea. And then he hits the mortar and then I hit him. These are very effective now, these 120mm mortars. They actually do what they were always supposed to, so that's nice. This building is better than that building. As you can see, it can actually see further down the road. So if it was in that building, you actually would have got it. Well, he might have missed, but that missed because he broke LOS. This would have missed because it missed, if it were to miss. So yeah, we got lots of, like, his infantry is really good, it just costs a lot. It's slightly better than mine, but costs slightly more. The thing is, he doesn't have flash, and I have the flamethrowers. So the flamethrower will just kill these. Flamethrower in coordination with another unit. Because he won't be able to... he'll lose all his cohesion. They do fire on the move, but the accuracies are half as much. The fire makes them move, right? And so... yeah, it's tough for him. So yeah, we're doing a bit more sitting. Speed it up a bit now. Lots to get through. And... yeah, you know, we're hitting him with the RT, right? We're hitting him with the RT. We'll leave it on 2 times, because it's getting too fast to talk about stuff. So yes, Force Recon, Special Forces are obviously going to beat Escort APC, but we got the Legionnaires and the Legionnaires Flam. And, yeah, the fighting sort of continues. He can see me and shoot me, and I can't see him. Because he's... I guess he can't see this, and I can't see that, but he can see the Escort APC. Anyway, he gets my Crotal, so we're wheeling out of there. We see the Catfay, so we whack him with the Appalachian again. I don't know what he's thinking, really. He did thankfully miss me there. So we got a backup Crotal. And you see, yeah, I sent the Gazelle Cannons to kill it, and the Stinger immediately got the Gazelle Cannon. This would have actually survived the hit, although he lost 1 HP to the USMC Rifleman, so he dies as well. So that's pretty rough. So he's managed to get around me, and now he's going to push me in the front. You see, yeah, we got the VBL Milans and stuff, trying to, like, so this can shoot across and so on. There's basically nowhere to hide once he gets to there, so you should be on this side, I suppose. Anyway, we're burning him to death, right? He's got to go. He's got to go. He can't hang about. RT's messing him up. Mortar stopped firing because I'm noob. I was getting to here to stop him from sending more stuff there. I couldn't see these, obviously. But yeah, he's taking bad trades. He has to rebuy his arty and stuff. He's just attacking in the wrong place, really. But what I should have been doing... Right, so he gets... He did get... That infantry died to someone else, right? But, yeah, hitting him with the ATGMs. I should have got a Vamber Pisto, really. And we're trying to sort this out. You notice where he's put it? So I can't use this to... Because I want to use the VAB Legions to help shoot. But he's put it in... I suppose this could go there and shoot it, but I can't actually see him, I believe. Or I just haven't clocked it. The M60s are very good against infantry because of the HMGs. As you can see, this guy is getting messed up. He's really struggling to get out of there. And there he is. Ah, yeah, so I do move the VAB Legion in. And, yeah, we're not in flamethrower range. But you just use all the VABs, right? You just use the LOS tool on the enemy. Okay, and then you move all the VABs into position. And the VABs outrange the Dragon 2s. 1250 versus 1400. This has to stop to shoot, so I should have just had it on a regular move order. Although I am... What? Could have sworn Stingers were slower. Like 18. I guess it's just the toes and stuff. But yes, now that he's in here, right, you see he's at close range and he's got these guys, so we are getting pushed out. It's actually... Something is happening. Anyway, we saw where he was hiding his CV, right, because of this, probably. And so we got him... Also this and so on, so... Got him with that. We're using the mortars. He's already dead, though. That thing's really messing me up. They've got a lot of range. So the Celtics do actually help out there. I assumed there would be an Eyehawk back here. There is, but he's just put it in the dumbest place imaginable. Because, like, all this, like... I maybe expect something to happen here, but... Anyway, Tomcat should kill the barrage. I just really wanted that SWIP, but I didn't get it. So yeah, the USMC Stinger continues to annoy me. And yeah, as soon as this starts shooting, I start counter batterying it again. He shouldn't have bought it before buying his regular arty to kill my counter battery and all this, but whatever. I'm losing a lot of guys. He's broken through. He's broken through. But he's taking horrendous losses because I'm just... Like, something like this, 35 points. I outrange him. Right? We're doing a lot of missing here. I was worried that would one-shot me. I don't think it would one-shot this because it's got more armor. If it was the ERA one with 23 pen, yes, that would definitely one-shot me. So yeah, we're buying more infantry to sort this out. Like, this has really messed me up, and I can't use the helicopters to find it and kill it because of this Stinger, which is still alive, so... He's done a good job there. This is that mega supply, the 10,000 supply. I didn't know that was there, right? You got to keep that safe. So, yeah, I guess his plan now is, well, there's 23 minutes, I probably have to take this. I don't understand why he's attacking here. It's just, it is the worst possible strategy. It's like, if he had attacked here, it would have been easier for him. If he'd attacked here, it would have been a lot easier for him. But so instead, he's continuing to push this way while I just constantly shoot him in the side. So just think about it when you're in your own games, right? So Toad 2 gets me. Big problem. I thought I was behind Summit, but he just skimmed me there. So yeah, this guy gets out. I was aiming for the mortar. I do eventually aim for this. Those SWIP things are pretty good, because my AA is bad. But this div, I don't know if I mentioned it, this div is weak to air spam. It's weak to air spam. So, yeah, it's weak to air spam, and it's weak to attritional battles in one place. So yeah, that Stinger really helped him out there. I didn't even know that was there. I assumed I'd got him before. I didn't notice that had happened. I just saw I died. I assumed the Tomcat had killed me. There was a lot to pay attention to, right? So yeah, you do kind of struggle in attritional battles, but you're not as weak as you might think. Like, it's not just, oh, attrition, I lose. No, you can do a lot. Whoops, I accidentally bombed my own Legionnaires there. And then we do it again for good measure. And then we do it again for good measure. And then we do it again for good measure. Hello? Anyway, you see the mortar just hitting this. And look, he can't stay there. He just can't stay there. I've got 2 now, I think. Yep. Gazelle Cannon, great at, you know, he has to move up the Stinger. If he doesn't, I get him. And I got him. So, yeah, I should have... Like, the thing is, if there was a zone here and a zone here, this map would actually be interesting. But because there isn't, you can't really do anything from here. I am trying to attack here, but it's too close to where the front line is, so he just, you know, I can't really get anywhere. And look where he's put that. Look where he's put that. If it was here, I would just bring up the Legion and shoot it. But because he's put it at the back, it can still shoot, right? And I can't kill it, because if I bring up the Legion, the TOW2 shoots me. So, very smart gamer, this Snowwolfie person. And there goes my Legion, so, yeah. Very, very frustrating. But that's the game, right? You know, he's trying to win, I'm trying to win. Let me win, right? Etc, etc. So yeah, the tick stopped, and I got up here, but I lost the main thing. Like, that would have been cool to have. And this is before I put those Tarrasques in my deck, because I would have a Tarrasque with this, because he'd buy... Oh, wow, he brings that. And he doesn't bring the Gunners. Yeah, I don't get it, to be honest. The Tarrasque, because he would send a Halo to kill this, and so on and so on. So, there he is. I think I get this, because he stops to shoot this. Oh yeah, he smokes in front of him. If he just kept going, he would have been fine. Anyway, the Appalachians, right? Useful. We're killing a lot of tanks. We're killing a lot of infantry. 1 Legionnaires, 1 Sapper's Flam equals dead most things, let's face it. So yeah, he's on this. Do I notice? I notice. Takes me a while, but I do notice. And, yeah, he's taking big L's. He's taking big L's. So yeah, I do recommend watching the second Marine guide. That's obviously a very popular one. And we smoke the corner and get back in, because otherwise this is going to shoot me and, you know, I don't know what's in here. And then he surrenders, right? So, yeah, that was the first example. It does get better. Rank 24, right? Attack your enemy where he is strongest. You see the artillery, and look, the mortar got a Stinger team. And it did a lot of chip damage, and this got a TOW too, so they always pay for themselves now, if you use them. And then this gets the enemy whatever, everything, apparently. So, yeah, I think I've laboured the point enough. Let's move on to the next example. Right, so here I am on what I consider to be the bad side of Mount River Duel, although it's not too different, really. I'm against Spartacus. Spartacus always does the same thing, he always heli rushes you. So I do have the Gazelle Celtics because I'm expecting him to heli rush. He does get airborne forward deployed AA, so this usually wouldn't be a good idea, but I know he's going to heli rush. He literally always does this. He's been playing since like early access day 1. I think it might have been somebody else. And he just always does this, so yeah, you'll see the Gazelle Celtics are actually very useful. He's doing something similar over here. I could have unloaded this and smoked it, but I was clicking too fast. Right, so smoke this maybe. No, I'm dumb. But you see I've got the... Right, so the Gazelle Celtics, bam, 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 dead, 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 dead. Right, so... Super useful. This is before I put the wheeled one in, but you get the idea, right? And then it routes, and then these have 50 cals on them. He's like not had a single kill so far. The AMX-10RC on the road, killing him. That's a very popular part of the thing. AMX-10RC on the road. Crap Dinops combo. I open the cheaper CVs. Then he buys planes. Very predictable player. I guess if he sees this, then he'll stop doing it. But like his micro's good. It's just he always does the same thing. So if you know, it's kind of easy to beat him. So we got a fighter up for the bombers, but obviously I missed that. And then, yeah, as you can see, there's not much time left. I've killed most of his stuff. He's airborne, so the longer the game goes on, the stronger I get. These you can use to shoot, like, ATGM teams and stuff, and it does kill them. So that's what I'm doing, or trying to. In the meantime, on this side, you know, I'm just hitting him with, like, this has very good optics. It can, and obviously this was here, that's why I could see that. This just kept losing the vision or whatever, but you get the general idea. Keep the Celtics alive. I did lose... Oh, no, it's just back here. That was kind of dumb of me. I just know that his ground-based AA is crap, and then here you go. Classic 6E behaviour, this. right? You get all these VABs. Well, I've just killed this. Let's just send one down the road. Is there anything there? No. Let's go for it, right? So that's kind of the point of the div. These are fast. They're not that expensive. This is the one with the ATGM on it, so it is. And then you just shuttle a bunch of guys in, and they all go to 100 kilometers an hour on the road. Well, most of them do, right? And, you know, you got the helos and stuff, and so you can very, very rapidly exploit a gap in the opponent's lines. But if you just play it like a normal division, oh, I'm going to go and, you know, hit you in the face for 40 minutes, you're just going to lose. So if that's the way you play, don't play the div. You've got to think in terms of, I go left, I go right. So yeah, in the game against Snowwolfie, I should have attacked more on the flanks. It's just that map doesn't really help you do it. But no, I definitely should have. Anyway, he saw that and he was like, oh, this is over, mate. Go next. And as you can see, very different. His rank keeps going down. I think people have become wise to his strategy. Let's get on with the next example. Right, so this is Pick It Up, and this game was shown separately on the channel. Actually, all three of these first examples were. That's probably bad video making on my part, because people are going to say, oh, I've seen these before, and then they're going to switch off the video, not knowing that they can check the description and find more examples. It is honestly infuriating how many people just ask questions like, what game is this? So check the description of the video. It's really strange. I don't understand it. You would think that they would just... whatever. It's like for everything. It's, do you have a Discord? Check the description of the video. Where are the timestamps? Check the description of the video. Is this a modded map? I was playing that Falklands map, right? And I said, this is a modded map made by Wooden Box, and the first line of the description, modded map, you know, you can find this map here, and it's a link to the Steam Workshop, right? And I had at least 2 people ask me, is this a modded map? You really do wonder what they're putting in the water. Anyway, Pick It Up, really good player. He likes these attritional battles. He's very good at using artillery. And so, yeah, he plays 119Y, and I know he's not got airborne forward deployed AA. Bam, Spetsnaz dead. Gazelles with Gazelle Celtics behind, right? I missed. So he buys a fighter first tick to kill the Gazelle Cannon. I've got the Gazelle Celtics here, and I bought the Mirage. So we miss a bit, and then he kills me, but I get him. So these could have been, in, like this one could have been slightly further over there, and so on. But I got it. And his costs a lot more, so that's big. I am assuming that he will... So this, it can survive a hit, but it got hit twice. I couldn't react in time, or I didn't react in time. I'm assuming he's going to attack down here, because the armoured divs always do that. Because this is the open bit, so, you know, they'd be sort of stupid not to, really. So this has smoke. But it's in a dumb spot, man. It just shouldn't be there. It should be here or there. I guess I was trying to go for this. So, yeah, all I do is just sit there in the smoke. I can't do anything. In the meantime, we got the 2 tank CVs, as we spoke about. Vadma Pisto Legion down here. I believe this kills me, because something happened to that, and I don't see what else is there. Anyway, this is very important. The group anti-char just hiding behind the building. I'm pretty sure he does know about it because, you know, he came past and so on. Yeah, this is not in a good spot. And you see the Appelas? You notice I've not put it out here so it can get shot, right? I put it back here so that if he comes in, I can kill him. Oh, okay, maybe we do get him. And then this kills me, I suppose, because it doesn't have smoke. So the reason I bought that is because it's got the range to just sit here and shoot them if we're fighting here, but obviously we're not. Sending that in. He still wants to go for this. He's playing the div wrong. He should open with TO55s, not the T80U, because you'll notice he doesn't have any units. And that's because this costs so bloody much. He could get 2 or 3 T55s for that. Spetsnaz doesn't have AT, so that's nice. And, yeah, we'll just speed it up a bit, because he has to build up. Like, I'm sitting pretty on a +2. I wanted to send stuff around the sides. I believe these BRM1Ks keep stopping me. So you see, you're supposed to send stuff around the side and be a ballant. He knows who I am. He knows what I'm about. He obviously knows what div I'm playing. So I land this so that the Tunguska can't shoot it. We know he's not got AT, so I'm not worried about that. You can also have it on low altitude, so he can't hit it with the AT, but the AA still can't shoot it. Landed helos can still shoot. It is a bit dumb, but there it is. And so yeah, I'm going around the side, but nah, he gets me, he gets me. And I'm trying to do the same here, or I do at some point. But yeah, he's very wise to my antics. So I'm doing my best to not attack him where he's strongest, right? I've got the zones, but you don't just sit there, you do an active defense. So I can see these because of the Dinops. You know, the ATGMs have travel time, so I get the Strela 10M. Bam, right? I'm poking, and then, you know, and then you just go through the gap, right? And I'm just going to keep doing that. I've got the micro to spare because nothing's happening. And the ATGMs literally can't do anything about this. That is the counter to ATGMs. And that is why at the high level ATGMs aren't seen as a big threat, whereas at the low level they are, because people don't micro around it. This guy finally ran out of smoke, so he's dead. I mean, it was just bad. I'm just bad. So yeah, try to kill the BMP2. He makes it, I suppose. That VAB died, so I put another one here just to make sure he doesn't get around. I mean, his div shouldn't be doing that, but, you know, you're not allowed to attack me that way, do you know what I mean? Get over yourself. So, yeah, we got the Mephisto with the mega range, Milan with Milan. This guy's still hiding out. We'll speed it up a bit because he's still building up, because what else is he going to do? Just a bit more positional fighting. He does get that. Like, you got to be really careful with these. This misses, and I don't have a CV up for it. I know it's a Spetsnaz in here, and I know the Spetsnaz OP died because I killed it at the start. So I'm sending the Legion to try and kill this, because the Spetsnaz can kill the Escort APC, can't kill this. So I sideshot the T-80U, and then he just one-bangs me. That happens a lot. I'd already used the smoke. That happens a lot. If it was the Sublinde, it would have killed him. 2 more pen. Does that mean 2 more damage? Maybe it wouldn't have. Anyway, we've taken this back. You know, I'm trying to attack the sides. I'm trying to reinforce. Like, I want to sort of go for this, right? But it's hard because he's covered everything, right? So I keep attacking over here, but he keeps killing my guys. Like, I just wasn't looking at that. I ended up losing it. So I keep trying to push the sides. You know, the T-80 BVK will actually win this fight. Oh, he knows about that. That's interesting. So we just leave, because if he gets one more shot off on me, I'm dead. I should have brought this forwards, and then he would have died, actually, unless he smoked. But didn't have the intelligence. So he's still moving over here, and you see, you know, this is ready. I think he knows about this. Or yeah, he does. Maybe the T-80U saw it, or maybe this sees it, or maybe he's just sound scumming. He is notorious for doing that, so you never know. But as you can see, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a very high-level player. I don't know about his rank, because he plays a lot of games. And he just can't do anything. So he's still building up, right? And I'm building up myself. So I buy the mortar to hit him, and I buy these for counter battery, right? Because it's a static front line, I can buy 3 arty pieces at once. I generally don't recommend that. Still trying to get around here, but he's really, you know, because what am I going to do? Rush a T-80U. So the idea is these are counter battery, and this is bait. Simple as. Speed up a bit more. Just can't get in there. I need basically a bunch of mortars to smoke it and then run in or something. Can't do anything. I accidentally turned off the weapons instead of smoking. So basically this is his plan, to just let me feed. It's working. I'm feeding. In the meantime, he's decided to attack over here. And yeah, I shored this up in case I got attacked over here, right? In the same way that he's shoring this up. But we do eventually get in, and none of... I suppose this could kill me, but this definitely can't. So, that's nice. And you see, he's trying to counter-battery me, but that's a Gvozdyka, and this is far away, so he's... Yeah, you see, I'm at the limit of his range there. So yeah, he's moving tank CV, right? It can shoot. And this doesn't have smoke. So he gets in on the side. I mean, it can be exasperating to be like, I'm winning, and then you sort of unwin, but that's the game, right? He's better late. So this should have been closer to that, and then it wouldn't have died. But because he was artying it, I ran it away. And And I just wasn't looking, because I was looking at this, so... I'm getting overwhelmed by the superior enemy micro. So he's going for the CV. The CV is fast, right? So I see this and I just wheel away. I reverse, right? Because if I had to stop to turn there, I would have died. And that's what happened. So then you strike back in, right? I didn't get him. Then I moved my AA. Hopefully, I mean I should. This guy died. He's slowly pushing me out. We are killing the things over here. And, yeah, you see I'm smoking this so I can get the Legionnaires Appelas in. Right, so these two can see each other, hence why they're both getting shot now. I should have thrown a smoke there. It's just my micro isn't perfect, right? I'm not a perfect player, but look, I'm hitting it the T-80U. I get the Spetsnaz commander here. Seed out first. Seed doesn't hit anything, it's not the point. I get the T-80U because the Seed suppressed this man, so he didn't shoot. And the other one was like shooting the Seed, and then he, he was switching off the guns and all this, right? So that's the point. It's for... If it hits someone, great. But that's... don't expect that to happen. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to lose this unit because of the Spetsnaz, but I got the T-80U and I didn't lose the planes. So that's a very big deal. I am moving these. At long range, it does actually matter. As you can see, I'm making it because I'm moving. So it's worth thinking about. I'm trying to kill this guy, but he stunned me. I believe he... Oh no, I'm running away because I know he will kill me. Or at least I assume. Right? Same thing over here, except I'm pretty sure there's no AA, so I just use the cluster bomb. Takes me a while to... Yeah. I see this with the Dinops, and I'm like, oh, do I? Whatever, I get it. I get two there. And then that gets hit by the Mullen too. So, you see, you can use the planes on the exposed flanks. Don't just run it like... Your average watermelon who doesn't watch hippie videos would be like, tank here, and they just chuck the plane here, and it would die. Because all the Tonga, all the AA would shoot it from all the sides, right? So, think. Mortars for suppression and bait. Don't put your CV next to the mortar that you're expecting to get hit. Do not put your command unit next to the bait, right? Counter battery. Because of the range on these, the dispersion's actually really small. Like, look, I'm actually hitting him from all the way back here. So they're not bad, It's just you don't get enough of them. I appreciate that I could remove some things from the deck and get two more, but that's not the point of the deck, right? Play to your strengths. Oh, I missed it. That sucks, man. So I brought two VAB Mephistos and a Legion out here, and this thing out here, and I started shooting this T-80U, and he starts trading with me, and the plan was at the same time to move the Legionnaires into this building and side shot him, and I kill him. And then he BMs me. He says like bad game, I guess, or something. It was in Russian. And then he quits. So seed out. I miss again, but it's gonna reload in 28 seconds apparently. What? That's weird. Anyway, it looked really one-sided, right? And that's because of the attack, and then abuse the angles. Don't just sit there and wait for them to attack you, or you'll lose. This guy used to be like rank 15, so I'm not sure what's happening recently. But he used to be about rank 15 or something. I'm rank 6-7, haha. Right, so here we are against Grits and Gravy. He's got like an absurdly high win rate. It's like 90% or 80 something. So he's a very good player. First cav on Factory. This should be very, very easy for me. Ends up not being, because we get bogged down, and that's where I'm weak, right? But basically, I am the inf div, he is the tank div, it is a town, or a factory, as it were. So he ends up like really putting a lot on his flanks, which slows him down in mid, but given what div I am, it's not surprising that he does that. So we got the Recon out in front. I know he doesn't have forward deployed AA or anything, so the plan is to put Gazelle Hots down the roads and land them, and they can still shoot while landed. And that's basically just a VAB Mephisto that gets there faster and is a little bit cheaper. And can leave if it... Well, I suppose the other one can leave, but you get the point. So yeah, triple Gazelle Celtic just to protect them. In case he did the A10 opener, which I wasn't really expecting. And then yeah, he just like completely gave up on mid and unloaded all these when he saw the helos. So it's not particularly surprising. This is fixed now, it actually works. So he keeps using this to snipe my Crotals. So we get the first kill. And the second kill. And you see on the ground this can still shoot. So it ends up killing one of these brat things. I'm surprised he bought this so early. This can survive a manpad hit, which is why I bought it. And you see, look, I'm just shooting at the brat as it goes on the road, and thankfully that didn't hit me twice in a row. I do end up killing that, because it comes over here or something and it shoots it again, something like that. So yeah, we took mid without a problem, and that's not particularly surprising. Now the problems start because he's going to slowly build up tanks and not just let me win. It's very frustrating, just let me win. So, yeah. The CEV is super good against my infantry. I'm trying to get it with the Legion, but he's microing it very well, and you'll notice how hard it is to kill his units. He just always withdraws them. That's what you should be doing. Thankfully that missed me. Would have one-shot me, actually. It's fortunate. So I wanted to kill these low units, but he hit me with the CEV, so I should never have been stood there. We do get the Brat, but the fact that, like, because that's 75 points on the table there, and I just can't kill him. I should have jumped into this building and instead of into here, because I should have anticipated if I come up here, everybody and their nan can shoot me now, and that CEV's around there somewhere. Because yeah, it just immediately suppresses these squads. This is now paid for itself, because that was a 65 point... It's like a 70 point unit, that Brat. There's no more on the ground. Oh, there it is. 100. Okay, it was definitely paid for itself. But you see it is survivable. I believe it's shooting at these, because it doesn't actually have the recon to see the Legion until it fired. Because it's not got the optics, and it's got mediocre stealth and so on, so... Or it was only in range, or I don't know. So yeah, we're trying to kill these guys, but they're not dying, Anyway, I might as well speed this up, because there's not too much to say. I mean, there is, but... It just ends up being this attritional grind. I spend the whole game trying to kill this thing. He's sniping the helos. This is just more of an appreciation thing. I killed the CEV. I should have kept pushing here. Like, you know, I could have got those stingers, for example, but... He brings out the Abrams, and I can't deal with those. So I should have, like, smoked, and then... You know, he gets the Puma Rocket as well. I'm sending VABs around the side and the Bradleys are killing them. There was one sent this way as well. There it is. Look, you can see it. So I was trying to flank him, but his plan is just sit there and build up and then try and push in once I overextend. I played against this guy a few times and I have fallen for that before, so I do try attacking, and it just doesn't work because he's just sitting there. And so I figured... At one point I do stop doing that, because I'm like, well, if I keep feeding. But hey, I get an Abrams with the Appalachian, right, so that's nice. You see I'm blobbing these, and the CV one, which I got at the start, makes the other ones 2-vet. So they're firing pretty fast, they're very accurate. They're not that great against infantry, but yeah, I just can't kill these, and I can't get around the sides because of the Bradleys, so... Buy the RT, try and counter battery him. He just keeps moving. If I'd had these at 1-vet with a CV next to them, then they would have aimed faster, and then I probably would have got him. I think here I killed the CV, but not the... I mean, that's just luck, isn't it? Because they both... this actually has less HP. They both got 1 top armor, so... It is what it is. I'm trying to get these tanks, but it just keeps driving back without losing his guys. I'm just very concerned that the late game he has a big advantage on me, because I just can't kill these, really. Unless they overextend. You notice I got all the mortars out. He's killing the mortars, and I keep missing his arty, or partially killing it and all this. Yeah, every time I send somebody over, they die, so I'm incentivized. Look at this, you know, this is This is what happens when you try and attack. So you need to be aware that people will do this to you, where they will just... Because, I mean, that's obviously... It makes sense for him to do that. His div's better late, so all he should do is really just play for kills for 20 minutes and then push in at the end. And you see, once again, not fast enough. So yeah, the front line becomes static. I'm trying to get these EW things, but I missed all my missiles on one. So I got it with the guns, that meant I didn't get the other one. You see, he's just constantly hitting me with the RT. He's using the helicopters to bait out the Crotals and the EW thing, right? So he's using like the Black Hawk to bait out the Crotals, and then the Apache will be behind. So I'm taking some really bad trades. That getting hit by the Stinger was very unfortunate. I didn't know that was there. We do get the ETAS, right? So we're killing some of his guys. Like, we did end up getting one of the howitzers. But you see that, you know, in these blob battles, I'm not really killing the tanks because his can take hits and mine can't. So, you know, it's not great. Yeah, just trying to kill these mortars. So you see, whenever I'm in a fight against one Abrams, I have to bring multiple legions. And all he has to do is reverse, and he goes backwards faster than I go forwards, and he shoots while stabilized and all this. I mean, it obviously costs more, right? So we get the EW thing, he flies over the Crotals and the double mirages, so we get that. And we need to get the EW things, because they're showing him where the Crotals are, if they have the radar on, if they're switched on. In the meantime, this continues. This can't really go anywhere, because, you know, any overextension gets punished, so... I'm basically just mirroring him in that, okay, you want to sit there, I'm going to sit there as well. And we're just defending, right? It's past the halfway point, so he needs something to win. You are going to find yourself, against mech divs, you're going to find yourself in this situation a lot, where you don't manage to deal a decisive blow in the early game, and so then the enemy, you know, he's gonna turtle up, and then he's gonna slowly attrit you, and that's how you beat the div, right? That's how you beat the div. Bait out the planes. You'll notice I've not chucked any planes at him, apart from the fighters. I'm not chucking planes at him, and that's because I'm saving them. Anyway, he gets a little bit greedy here. He knows the group anti-chars are here, and I don't know, I just wanted to, you know, he's conscious of the time, right? We're past the halfway point, so unless he does something, he's going to lose. Because I've been on a +1 for half the game. So yeah, on the defense you have a lot of options, mainly around, you know, switching off the auto cover and hiding behind the buildings, having the tanks behind the buildings as well, so they come past and then you just pow, right, before they can react and so on. I am trying to push him here, I just can't get anywhere. I'm trying to do as active a defense as possible. I do end up smoking this so I can get some group anti-chars forwards, or did that already happen? Anyway, you know, you blob them up because one of these can't beat one Abrams. So the CV one, the Recon one, and the other one. So I don't know why he did this. He flew over the I suppose he assumed the Crotals weren't there because the EW plane wasn't picking them up. That's because I had it switched off. Also, he killed this one, so he probably assumed there was only one. And I think there was another one here that he killed as well. So he probably assumed no Crotals, I can just dive in. But my planes are better anyway, so it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, he's feeling the time pressure, right? So 2v2. Although we have the Crotal, so it's better. And the seed plane was there as well for moral support, I suppose. So you see, the Abrams basically just one-shot that, right? Oh no, it might have been the Apache. The landed Apache with the Hellfires, right? So yeah, that's life. So then we RT the Apache at some point. Yes, it's about to happen. That's like, I mean, the same way he RT'd mine before. And you see, you know, you use the Gazelle Hots on the sides and stuff. There's lots and lots of ways you can delay these people. And that eventually that will be the case. That, you know, I would love to attack on the sides, but I can't spare... You know, I'm just in this constant fight. So it would have been cool to attack over here, but I can't see this. And, you know, I didn't know what was over there killing my stuff. I can't really spare the points because of how aggressive, you know, he's pushing me here, so I can't really spare the points. It would have been nice, though, to You know, I did try and sneak something little around the side, but it would have been cool to push this a bit harder. Force him to move, you know. So I smoked this to get these in. And the idea was once the smoke fades, this guy will die. Now, the issue I have is that I move this one in, because he doesn't know these are here. But when I move this one in, he sees it with this, and then he moves them all back. So this guy actually, my greed, got them all killed, because now they all die. Because these are really low, and the Engineer's M67s just kill them with the recoilless rifles. So that's very sad. Once again, I failed to kill the arty, but I get the CV, even though the CV has more HP and the same top armor. So yeah, he's still pushing the triple threat, though, right? I mean, now he's got a heal. And we're trying to keep the Hot 2 alive. Yeah, wait, look, now he's got to go back, so he's got to bring up the pivots. So he sends out the Phantom for the Gazelle Hot, so I immediately land it. I've got a fighter up, you can probably hear it. And we've got the Crotals there, right? So you got to expect that to happen. And, you know, there he goes, right? And then we make sure to move all the Crotals, because we know what he's doing. So yeah, his blob is very strong, but we're just, you know, if he had infinite time, he would get in, but he doesn't. So, right, so you see, I'm going for the Apache, right? And I've got the cluster behind to go for the Rapier. How do I know the Rapier's there? My jet that was here just got shot at by this Rapier. Didn't know about this one, though. So we do not get the Apache, and he lands it. It's a shame, really, but... Kilos are more survivable to playing guns now. They made playing guns weaker. The French ones are still pretty good, but... I think the only reason it did so much damage anyway is because that side missile on the bomber hit it. And then, I guess it lost vision or something. I'm trying to smoke this so that... yeah. The seaplane gets hit by 2 AA pieces and dies. That was supposed to be going for the exposed Challenger, because I know this AA piece is dead now, so I can hit over here, but I know this one is here, so I'm coming in over here, so... Do you see? Do you understand, right? I moved this so his RT couldn't get it. I'm still losing stuff to these Abrams. But yeah, you know, we've got fallbacks upon fallbacks upon fallbacks, right? This double Milan is super useful. You unload the Milan too, and then it's also got a vehicle with a Milan on it as well. And so now, you know, now how does he deal with this? So eventually he just calls it. I do eventually get that RT piece, that second RT piece. But at this point he would need this zone to win. And so that's why I'm defending it. Because this is only a +1. And I've had this for more than half the game, and I'm on 1,000 points, so... And there's only 1/4 of the game left, so... It makes sense just in your head, well, he's going to need the more points, right? He needs a +4, basically. Yeah, so yeah, he calls it, right? And you see he's using the Blackhawks to... You gotta move the Crotals after they shoot, man. They always get hit by the RT. Using the Blackhawks ahead of the Apaches. He's a good player, it's just a bad map for him. So, 82%. I guess it went down after I beat him, right? This is Fear off Dota 2. If you ever played Dota 2, that's Fear of Evil Geniuses. Next example. Right, so now we're against 20th Mortschützen, which is better than my div. It is, in my opinion. Obviously, I am playing my div. We're on Cliff, a map that benefits him because it's like close range. Basically, his tanks don't have the range, but if we're fighting here, they don't need it. So, standard opener, right, should be used to this by now. Just get till they start moving. 3 Gazelle Celtics, and then we've got some, you know, like a Gazelle Hot, basically, and a Gazelle Cannon. And the idea is, like, you don't, if there's some of the later examples, in fact, the next one coming up is one of them. The enemy's got forward deployed AA, so you can't do this. But I can do this here. So I think he's coming for this, and I want to shoot him there. I assumed his plan would be to fight for this kind of area. So that's where I'm going. It's not actually what his... I suppose that's what he's doing now, but he ends up coming over here. AMX-10RC, right? Trying to get it in the tree bit, so I can shoot all the way down the road. Standard things, you know, Milan 2s, MMG teams, minstrels, the CVs with the guns. You can bring the car once if you want, but I like having the gun. So yeah, if you put this on top of that, you do have to toggle the altitude because it tries to sink into it. It actually goes higher than it would otherwise, I think. Maybe if it's on this one. So you can see pretty far. Like, I could see this. And you see the Gazelle Hot 2, right? Sparhy's get in, I load him back in because I'm like, oh, I've stopped him. Now I can move further up and get this whole zone. His div's really good. It's his 20th march. That's his second best div in land jump, basically. So we land. He has 2 vet, so it's quite fortunate that he didn't hit me there. But then I think he hits this twice, so it all evens out. And this didn't hit anything, I guess. So you see the AMX-10RC is messing up, but this can one-shot it, so you got to be very careful. And I wasn't careful, so I'm dead. Now we've got a VAB Recon coming around the sides, because it's got a 50 cal on it, right? And if he shoots me, then I can just move. He's going for this, so I stand up. I can't remember if I stand up in time. I do. And then if he shoots this, I'm just going to fast path it into the buildings, if I'm paying attention, right? Standard, you know, Sparhy's VAB Rico, one goes here, one goes here. I didn't know, because he gets airborne forward deployment, the Spezial Aufklärer in the Razvedka SPW, whatever. So I didn't know if and that will get there faster than this. And I didn't want to invest like a Dinops or whatever, so I just put them in the more defensive location. And I've got the VAB Milan if somebody comes around. Yeah, still trying to kill this thing. And now, do you notice I'm moving this? Because it's fired, he will arty that. Anyway, I see this because I've got the Sparhies up here now. We'll just speed this up a bit until things start happening. Something funny is about to happen. And that is that I see this CV, and I just fast move into it. Yeah, over here, the VAB Milan, you know, and the tank is helping. So yeah, we do see the CV. And we can move these over. I saw this cluster thing coming for this. So I moved the Gazelle Celtics over, and obviously you don't want them here because their AA will kill them. You want them behind the lines, just behind the lines. When does that happen? Could have sworn that had happened by now, but clearly not. And yeah, the mortar, right? He's going to be in this little corner, so we just mortar it. So yes, we see this, and we just fast move after him. That's the div. Look how fast it is. It's better than this because even though this is cheaper. Yeah, this is cheaper, but this is vetted, so the guns are the same. The Dushka is a 50 cal, so we do kill this CV, and that's like such a huge win. I appreciate this is only 40 points, but it's a big win. He uses the. I should have immediately noped out of there, so my bad. And then. That's the issue with the AMX-10RCs. And I just didn't think, right? So I hit him, I do damage. He hits me, I die in 1 hit from full HP. So you gotta keep that in mind. Anyway, this is where the Cubs get revealed. They are like the downgraded Cubs. So they have 5% less accuracy or something. Like, it really doesn't matter. They're still very, very good. And yeah, we're just pushing up a little bit. We're using the mortars. We know he's in here, but yeah, he did this big attack here, and I wasn't really ready for it. Because I assumed he would attack over here. And losing the CV was a big problem. So, you know, the Legionnaires, they can move. They come in the VAB, they can move. Now, I guess I should have left this in the transport, because of the Pioneer Flams, because they can't actually shoot this. You'll notice these should have been a little bit further away, right? And I was trying to kill the Strello with the VAB, but I clicked wrong. Because, yeah, it would have been nice to kill that. Like, I was too slow on it, and he gets away. Like, this is fast, and, you know, I miss a few times or whatever. But if I'd been a little bit more clued in there, I would have got a few more volleys off on him. I would have got him. Because if I kill this, then I could use the helicopters. But, yeah, losing that tank to just forgetting that it gets one shot is not great. So we load this up because the Pioneer Flams can't kill the VAB Legion, and he's at like 1 HP. So just keep in mind that you can do stuff like that. And, yeah, he's pushed me out, and I'm just running away. Right? You can do that on this div, you can run away. So I wanted to go for this, and silly me, I gave it the order, but it was like sort of loitering around here, so it came in this way, so the cubs hit it. Whereas if I'd come in this way, it would have been a guaranteed kill, basically, because they wouldn't have been able to fire until I dropped the bombs. I did not know that it died there. So I spend the next 10 minutes assuming that's still in there, and I don't send stuff in. So, pay attention, I guess, because it doesn't always come up here. In the replay it is. I don't think, like, if you don't actually see it when it dies, because I think I'd lost vision on it, but this had just kept the tracking for like a split second or whatever. And then it doesn't come up here when it dies. But you could see the explosion if you're paying attention. Anyway, we'll speed it up a bit. So he's running away, and like, look, 1 HP didn't die, 1 HP didn't die. These are big issues. These are very, very big issues. I realised, oh yeah, I've got second tank CV. Took me a while to figure it out. This is fired, so it should move. And yes, he's counter-battering me. I accidentally sold the transports here. We do end up getting some guys. MiG-21 BIS cluster going for this. The Gazelle Celtics are behind. Look how useful these are. So yeah, the Crow Tower's there, but I mean, okay, there's a lot of AA here, but it helped. Anyway, we know he's going to sit in this little corner with the CV, so we can mortar it. The issue is, of course, he's got way more arty than me, so he's messing me up. But I have more range, and more damage, and more less aim time. I do cost more. So he's missing me, whereas if I were to hit him, he'd probably die. So yeah, he's still in this. I was moving the Milan 2 up to here, but then these came up, so it should have stayed there, I guess. But I got to move everything after it shoots, or it gets artied. He's now got 6 arty pieces. 8. Wow, that's a lot of arty. He's a really good player as well. He was ranked 25. He was telling me after this that he started playing Rugana and he lost all his rank. So, play stupid divs, win stupid prizes, right? Can I get a Rugana guide? Honestly, I guess it's not always the same people. So, that one has the highest dangerousness stat, I suppose. Would have preferred for it to shoot this, given that it can't leave, but... Yeah, you see I load it up into the transport and move it. It's because I was expecting these to kill it. But they didn't. But, I didn't know. He's got a lot of RT, right? So yeah, we're still on that +3. You notice these are amphibious. That's good to know. That's very, very good to know. So I'm sneaking this around the side. I guess I should have sent something this way, but he knows I'm going to try and do that. Right, now this is where I make the biggest mistake of the game. I overextend. I attack here. And I lose all my guys in the open to this tank, which I didn't know it was there. So, okay, so that's 1 unit, 2, 3, 4... Actually, that says 5. I'm not sure which one I missed. Like, they all just died. And that was just really dumb of me. So, that ends up making the game take a lot longer. Because at this point, I've basically won, right? Unless he gets in somewhere. And so for me to just throw all my guys, and this doesn't have ammo, so it can't kill these, and it can't kill this, and then... Oh, man, what a bad play. Anyway, the SPWs, we get them with the AMXs. They should be in a building. It's not in the right place, really. But, yeah, so do you see I put these here to shoot across? That was a good idea, right? This ends up doing a lot of work, actually. In the meantime, I got in over here, and I killed his reservist one because mine's vetted. It's the same but vetted, so admittedly it was quite close, but so yeah, the Celtics are getting shot because these are very fast, so his micro's really good. So he does break through here, and if I just hadn't attacked there, I would have had 5 extra units in this town, and this would have stalled out here, right? But I did attack, so you got to know when you're strong, when you're weak. I do take out one of his arty pieces. I'm trying to get this round to kill the rest of them. He's got less than 1 HP though. And yeah, he's messing me up. He's too far away. Oh, he gets me. Never mind. So I'm pushing here because I figure, okay, he's pushing here. I should counter push. I get this round the sides, and the MTLBs kill it. Oh no, this kills it. So, yeah, silly me, you know, I'm trying to snipe the overextended units with my air. I think I had that already. So I don't have anything else here that can do this, and look, he's killing everybody, and yeah, it's really bad news, this. So, that was a big throw. Know when you're strong, know when you're weak. You'll notice he's put 2 T-55As here now to stop me from doing that again. Like, that was a good idea. It should have been 2 units, really. It would have worked. The Gazelles keep getting taken out by these things. They're so fast. No. The AMX-10RC got killed by the T-64. Once again, I have slightly more range. He has a lot more armor, so it's hard to push. You can't push into enemy tanks with these tanks, basically. You're just ingenuous. It's very hard to push with these into contested ground. With this division, the idea is you go where the enemy isn't. If you go where the enemy is, he tends to just kill you. So hence why I was trying to attack here. But he's got a lot of tanks there, and I can't really cross the open ground, right? It's the same issue. You see, if you put it up here, it can see further. It can't shoot further, but I'm pretty sure it can see further because it flies higher. And you'll notice, you know, I got another RT piece with my counter battery. I'm moving it now and so on. He's trying to come around, but like he should know about this because it just shot him before. But he, you know, I guess he wasn't paying attention or whatever. Get the supply. I believe I move it now because, man, I keep losing units. I guess I don't move it, and then I fly over the AA and die. I guess I just wasn't looking. Oh, it all misses me. Well, I'm so good. So, yeah, you can see this, right? I mean, once you get these buildings, it's very, very hard for me to do anything. I'm trying to push, but there's too many tanks. This doesn't do a whole lot against the tank front armor. You need the afterlast. So yeah, he's come in here, and now he can push this way. We are still on a +1, though, because he has 1 zone out of 3. But yes, that was a throw. We bring up the supply. He's trying to flank me with the helis. So we spoke about this. And he was, I guess I don't know, like, he was like, I got unlucky here. I thought, like, why would you fly 2 heli? Oh yeah, he's like, I accidentally blobbed them. But even if he didn't, this has 644 suppression, so it's not a good idea to do what he's doing. I guess if this had been slightly there, it would have killed that. Wasn't looking, too busy looking at this. We know the CV's coming in. Because we saw it briefly pass like here or something, so the MTLBs are from the RT, that's where those are coming from. Just can't kill these tanks. I need RT or planes. He's got loads of AA. So yeah, this is the funny part. So it's a bit of a weird one, right? His first burst starts a fire under me, but my first shot hits him, and then they both rout. So yeah, I mean, it just wasn't a good idea. He had loads of RT, why didn't he just, you know, all those SPWs he has, he could have just ran those down. I suppose he'd need to overwhelm this, but yeah, that was a big losses. But he's, you know, this is where his tanks shine, because they've got a lot of armor, and they're good at close ranges because of the range. The lack of range for the price, right? The idea is, you know... So, you see, we're T-55ing him, or whatever. I fired the Appalachian at this guy, I didn't get him. Oh, there were 2 of them and I got 1 or something, so... I am trying to push there. This, I loaded up, and then the rocket plane killed me. Some of these do... I suppose that one's got 2 banks. Some of them do a lot, and some of them don't do a whole lot. But yeah, the Crotals and the Mirages, right? The Gazelle Celtics are all dead. Trying to push back in here, but... easier said than done. I've been spotted. He has ground surveillance radar. I don't get that. So he's coming for this. I see it eventually, and I press land, but it takes time. I summon the second fighter, I think. Do I not? Okay. Yeah, I do land in time. And then I get hit by... I guess he hit me with this. So I'm trying to snipe these units out here, but... like, that was very risky, actually. Probably should have hit me once. That was very risky. I shouldn't have done that. Trying to get the AMXs, right? 2 of them could kill 1 tank, maybe. Depends on the ranges and so on. So we know the Cubs are here. I buy a seed at some point. And... yeah. And yeah, we managed to keep this corridor open. So he didn't put an ATGM in here or anything. But he can see everything, though. And that means we could get into here and then push him sideways, because we can't get this way because the tanks kept shooting me, although he has moved them now. Yeah. Speed it up a bit. I wanted to show you... Right, so seed out first. Seed misses, no big surprise. And then I use the cluster on the Cub. And we kill the Cub. Right? And this was maximum suppressed by the seed, so it's got 20% accuracy. And, you know, this didn't have any ammo, so that's nice. Does hit me with the other ones, so... yeah, so trying to push him here because he's over here, and we've managed to stabilize it. Like, he's still got this zone, but we've managed to stabilize it. We've got loads of infantry here now. And we're trying to counter-push him on the right side, so we can't really reinforce this too much. The T-72s are a big issue, so I can really only kill him with range advantages, and he's RTing all the range advantages, so... His AA here has been whittled down, or whatever, so... So yeah, he ends up putting this in the corner. I'm still trying to counter-battery him. Yeah, he's just not moving. He's just expecting to be able to overwhelm me, I suppose. But so yeah, these, for whatever reason, like, I attack move this, and it keeps locking on the T-72s, because I can see this at this point. He does move it. Yeah, so we are slowly pushing him out here. He's hiding, and that stops the tick. But, I mean, the position is really quite precarious, let's face it. Resupplying the Gazelle Hot 2s. Trying to snipe this thing, but the tanks, right? The tanks. The close-range tanks. Legion Sappers obviously beat this, but this doesn't have the AT, but it will just, like, rout him, basically. Like, it's not really doing anything to his health, but... So, I wanted to get that T-64, but... I don't know, I just messed up here. Oh no, I was going for the Cub, and then this like wasn't shooting. I really fucked this up. Because then the Strela hits this, and then this can't help, and then this is isolated, so the MiG-23 gets it. Air spam is a lot harder than microing your AA. I gotta tell you. The AA is cheaper, you get more of it, unless you choose to bring less of it. So yes, that was very sad. The Minstrels and the Crotals, though, I mean, they're vetted, right? So it's a very high accuracy percent. Well, that's not, but... These are. And then, yeah, at this point he's like, I can't do this, this is about to die, because I think he sees these coming in. I mean, it was actually, he still could have done it, because he doesn't run out of stuff, as you can see, and I was running out of stuff. But I guess he just had enough, right? Because, yeah, I'm trying to snipe these, but... Does he get me there? Yeah, he did get that, so that's a big issue. I don't get the CV, I don't get the tank, so he could have still... It was obviously a big uphill struggle for him, but look, the KD wasn't actually that different. So yeah, his rank used to be a lot higher. He is a very good player. He's probably better than you, so stop hating. You see you know, these pay for themselves if they don't die. Look how many RT pieces we killed. Right, let's get on to the next example. Right, so here we are against BloodyKnight. He's also a really good player. I think he's like top 5 or something. I mean, it moves around a lot. We'll check at the end. He's playing MBAD, which means that I cannot do the airborne the heli opener. Can't do the heli opener because he gets forward deployed AA, which he hasn't actually. Oh no, he has brought. There it is, the ATMP Milan. So basically, it goes fast. It shoots 3 times, so it's super good against helos at the start. Airborne forward deployed 100 km/h, so very nice. In general, his deployment is a lot better than mine. These go at 130, and he's got the AA, and he's got, you know, the Unimog paras and all that. I get messed up here. I press smoke on this, and then, I don't know, I might have cancelled the order, or like this pushed into it, and it cancelled the whatever. Yeah, anyway, he misses. That's nice. So we do get one of his units with the AMX-10RC shooting down the gap in the road. I thought this was going for that, so I smoked. I don't actually think it was. And my idea is I'm going to defend hard, and then as the game goes on, I will win because he is airborne, and I will just mess him up because my tanks beat scimitars quite easily. So, yeah, retard alert, retard alert, retard alert. There's no reason to lose that unit. You can't afford to be losing units as this div because, like, look, 65 plus 25, right? And the Sapper's Flam is also expensive. He's got a lot of... I am killing him, but, you know, I should have had 2 more units there. And so on and so on. So, the Sparhies... Now, if you recall, when I was talking in the deck review, I said there's a part where I'm against a very good player and I'm bad, and the Sapper's Flam just mess him up. So he basically used the LSV Milan to push this, and he wants to hold mid, basically. The Tarasques kill the Paras. This is out of ammo now, so it's only got 4. I didn't know this was in here. It does end up messing me up. So yeah, I've got the Mortar. As you know, I like the Mortar. The Mortar is very, very good. You just need to adapt to the new situation, and... you know, some top players hated the RT rework so much they just quit because they couldn't adapt. So, basically, just bring the mortars and use them to hit people now because they actually do something. Yeah. So, I'm unloading a bunch of guys in here. I don't know exactly where these are. The Paras, would they... No, they would not beat the Sparhies, I think. Oh, no, he's in shock range. No, I would win because the DMR would suppress the crap out of him, basically. LSV Milan goes down to the Legion, right, because he's an ATGM and I'm a gun. Then this is the reason everybody's playing MBAD now, because the British 105s are too good for the price. Because 105 artillery used to be useless for like 3 or 4 years. Back to the people who quit in rage now that most of the RT pieces in the game are useful. This is obviously completely unacceptable to these people. But yes, the British 105s do need to get a little bit more expensive because they were priced... They get extra range, which makes the dispersion tighter. But they were the same price because all 105s were crap. So the Milan 1s can one-shot my AMX-10s. The Gazelle Cannon gets taken out, right, so my bad. So they are overperforming because they should cost more, basically. But it's not the end of the world. You don't just lose if you come up against this, despite what people seem to think. So yes, he triple shoots me, but he's got 3 guys on 1 spot. And I do notice that. And I'm sending this round the side to try and... So I was originally... Like, there was supposed to be somebody else here as well, but he died. I think this shot him. Yes, there he is. The idea was to send 1 round each side, because I need to kill these. If I don't kill these, I lose the game. Because he will have 8 of them. So... And yeah, we're trying to push... My micro here is terrible. The Sapper's Flam should be with the Escort APCs. That's sort of the whole point. The Escort APC should be slightly in front to tank, and then the Sapper's Flam should set fire to everybody. But I'm retarded, and so I just messed that up. So yeah, I do make mistakes. I'm not a perfect player. Yeah, so now he's gonna, like... He needs to keep trying to flank me. But the map ain't that big, and my div isn't that much heavier than his, right? So, it's a pretty ideal situation for me. Sadly, this doesn't have its smoke, so I lose that as well, right? I couldn't see that guy. It's got very good optics, but he's quite far away. So that was dumb of me, right? I am making mistakes. Thankfully, these guys didn't die, but I could have pushed him out of here if I just microed a little... Oh, okay. One of them did die. But yes, we know where he is, and we're counter-batterying him now because, like, obviously, like, I shouldn't have to explain this to you. You obviously don't want to be doing this because I might kill all of them with 1 volley. You really would expect better from this guy. He's a very good player, so this is not good. So yeah. Don't do this. It's obviously, you know, if you explain it to him, he'll be like, well, yeah, obviously I shouldn't do that. It was just a mistake. People make mistakes. Look, I made a mistake there. Anyway, so we got, they're all very low, and I kill at least one of them. I actually killed 2. So that's, if he had not blobbed them up, I only would have killed 1, and the third one wouldn't have been damaged. Anyway, so he's trying to push me here, so we bring over the VAB legions, right? To just shoot him as he comes across. These I was sending around to get the arty, but, you know. And so yeah, he's trying to push and play wide and stuff. This time the Sapper's Flams still aren't in the right place. I'm really smart. So yeah, we bring these back because I'm like, oh, he's attacking here. He's also attacking on this side. The VAB Recon's almost around. His arty's shut up now because that has to be healed anyway. Use the Jaguar HE on the Gurkha rifles because I know his AA is not very good. Then he sends an F-16 over my lines, and I've got AA, right? I've got the Minstrel, right? And I buy a plane, because I guess I don't have that much AA. So we hit him with the Minstrel, and then the Mirage kills him. 65% accuracy, that. So yeah, he's messing me up with this, but we know it's an LSV Milan and the VADs, so I push it with the Sparhies. You do have to, you know, in these kind of situations, he's basically expecting me to not counterattack here. And so he's going all in. If you're against a bad player, he might have left a bunch of guys in here because he can't click his units fast enough. It's kind of backwards, but it is how it is. I captured one of his transports. You don't just let it auto-sell down here because it reveals that you're there, and then obviously it doesn't get home. So you send it over here and then shift Q the sell order, and that does actually work. I see this run away, and that's when I know, oh, there's nobody in here. Because otherwise, where's that going? Why is he running away so aggressively? So we've got the AA, cheap AA, so we can't send a helo. Here we go, more arty and so on, right? He's buying more arty. He's clearly got an idea of how to play the game, and that is to buy the arty and spam out the arty as MBAD. They were complaining about that in the FOB Discord. That's one of their things, like, oh, the arty rework's bad because MBAD is broken because of the 105s. I don't know if he was specifically taking part in that, but I saw that argument made. So yeah, we know, oh, we can't do anything about this now, so off we go. And we send the CV as well, send the VAB legions. You know, there might be an infantry in here that'll kill me. That's why this one is further forwards than these two. In an ideal case, this would be further forwards, right? So we get the LSV Milan. That's another 85 points down. And he does actually get in here, right? Because he can play wider than me, but there's not a lot here. We've got the fighter, so he can't use the bomber or whatever. Scimitar gets the AA. This thing ends up killing a lot. But obviously the Sparhi's going to beat the Scimitar, right? CV's coming in. He has to run it away because the Legionnaires are right here. So this is sorted. Gurkha rifles have to unload, they don't, so there goes 100 points, roughly. How much do those cost? Because they come in the transport and everything. The LSV Milan's really messing me up, but the Legionnaires are here to sort it out. I did lose the AA, which is a problem. He's firing with the arty again, and I'm still in position, so we come over. He does get whatever was here. It was a Legion AMX-10 RC, so that's a big loss. I see the Paras Iltis. Right, so at this point he DCs. I do think it was a DC because usually he says GG and good luck, have fun and all this, so I don't think it was a rage quit. But I have won, right? I mean, I might fuck up. It's entirely possible that I might fuck up here, right? These do actually have direct fire, but they don't have vision, so if I come in here, you know, probably going to kill it. Maybe it will kill me, but we're on a +2. He can't get back in here because I'm just shooting him down the road. And by the time he does, you know, there'll be reinforcements. This CV is dead. There's nobody here. He can't push me here. So, as far as I'm concerned, I won that. But it would have been nice to play it out so that, you know, because otherwise you can always say, well, you could have lost. But as the game goes on, I get stronger and stronger, and he gets weaker comparatively to me because he's an airborne division. So there you go, rank 17. It's obviously gone down because we've just played. Yeah, it would have been cool to keep playing that and seeing, because yeah, the idea was finish securing the left, right, finish securing the right, and then win in mid and just kind of, you know, continue to send stuff around the sides. But he might have out-microed me or something, but generally the strongest part of the game for him had passed. This div is pretty good against airborne divs for that reason. You know, if I was like 79Y and he's going around the sides, well, I can't really keep up with him because my units are too slow and expensive. Whereas my units, okay, I suppose they are reasonably expensive, but they're kind of fast, and you got the VABs and stuff, and so you can react to the threats. So he can't really get around the sides, and then late game I outscale him because I get actual tank guns that actually do something, and he doesn't. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next example. So you'd be surprised at how many players just completely underestimate the 6E opener and just dive into it and die, even though the division's been out for ages. Like, this guy's got hundreds of games, and he just he's a good player. He's in the top 200, I think. I don't know, it moves around, right? But you see how short the game is. So, yeah, Gazelle Celtic's out with a Gazelle Cannon. I'm not even sending the Dinops here because I know what's in his div. He doesn't get forward deployed AA. His only airborne forward deployment are the TOW 2s and these ESR things. I didn't quite see where this landed, so I end up unloading this guy early because I'm like, oh, did he get in? Like, these are really fast. 270. So we got the Gazelle Celtics, we got the Spartacus. My plan was defend here and attack Foxtrot and Bravo with my opener, because something like this is... So usually you'd put an ATGM here and it would slowly trundle over, and then if they're paying attention, they'll, you know, sometimes they do die, but usually they just go back. The gun, they don't have time to react. It shoots you, and then you got to make sure you're not standing there next time. So we got 2 guns and the Sparhies, and you see, bam, another one, right? Gazelle Cannon gets caught out because the Gazelle Celtics are over here. So that was a mistake. Anyway, then he doesn't give it an order after that, so it just lazily curls round. He tries to avoid the Gazelle Celtics, they hit him, and he dies. At this point, the Puma gets hit by the Minstrel, and he's losing stuff. Like, he's completely tilted from the deployment. I don't know, he might have been having a bad day or whatever. So we're in everywhere, and he just surrenders, right? I mean, you'd be surprised at the amount of games. Oh, I guess this is about to die. It's very sad. Yeah, we could have played it out, but I think he understood that, okay, this guy's got this zone. There's nothing here. I did actually see this coming round. I didn't realise it had stopped there. I thought it'd keep going, so I ended up putting something here. And we could have played it out, right? If you notice, he's buying Milan 1s, not Milan 2s, because the Milan 1s one-shot everything except the Legion ones, which have 4 armor. So that's why he's gone for that. And the Sublinde Legions. This one, as that one there did, gets one shot. So it's smart of him to open Milan 1s, but basically you really have to respect the 6E opener, otherwise you're just going to get twatted. Right, and he's a good player, right? That shouldn't be happening like that, so do respect. Right, so this is DustinEchoes. I actually have a game on the channel of him playing 6th West German on this map, on these sides, against me playing 2nd US Marine. You should watch that. It's a pretty entertaining game. It's called something like Major Skill Issue. Anyway, here we are back at it again. So he's playing 94th, and you see how this div, because of where it sits, right, it's it's a bit heavier than the it's a bit heavier than the super light divs, the airborne divs, and it can still kind of fight the heavier divs. Like, it's way more maneuverable than the heavier divs. So because of that, it's always going to be reasonably effective. So it's not a bad div to take into ranked. It is hard to play. If your micro's not up to scuff, don't play it. If you are just going to lane brain for 40 minutes, play 16th Belgium, or play 2nd Panzergren, or 5th Panzer, or you can even play this. You need to take advantage of the mobility. Do not get bogged down. Anyway, he opens with this so that he could smoke and get in. That's pretty smart, because if he hadn't done that, he wouldn't have got in it. So, because, yeah, the VBL Milan would have shot him, because he doesn't have airborne forward deployment. Anyway, my plan this time was to defend here with a group anti-char. Because, so think about it. His tanks are better at close range, because they got loads of armor. And so if I fight here, and he has just one of these tanks here, it's just going to kill all my Sublindes. And in the next example, you'll see something similar to that happen. So I actually want to attack where I think he's not going to be, take advantage of my speed, and YOLO into him, and then pivot away from that to attack somewhere else. That's the 6E plan, and that is why this division, this one is in the examples, because... very good showcase. Just keep in mind that these are amphibious. It does help. So Puma Orchid plus Gazelle Cannon, right? Sparty's coming down the side. We got the water for the smoke. The ZU shoots me, so I just land. CV's coming in. CV doesn't make it. And you see, like, he was preparing for a big fight here. Well, he's not having one, right? Because if I fight him here at close range, he will win. These tanks will kill my tanks immediately. They'll one-shot them. And I certainly won't one-shot him. So these are the guys I wanted to just take this. But, you know, I realised, whoa, I've gotten pretty far here. And the big advantage with them all coming in the VABs and stuff, you see Escort APC in the VAB, that one goes first, right, is that you can load them all back in and get it all sorted. We got this triple Gazelle Celtic back here, not too close because we don't want to get shot by the OSA, right? And, right, spoke about this in the deck review. VAB, just send the VAB forwards, right? I spotted this, great, Sparhees can kill that. And if the VAB dies, no problem. Everybody else is loaded up. Obviously the Escort APC aren't. Oh no, right? And you just send it down the road. Oh, there's nobody there. And then everybody else follows, right? And if this dies, you stop. But it does require a lot of micro, right? I'm trying to kill this. I guess, yeah, we do get it. So just keep that in mind, yeah? Now, big issue with this map. If you tell things to go over here, they come down mid and get shot. That is a really frustrating thing about this map. So you have to keep setting things up here. The reason that happens is because these two roads aren't joined or something. Like it believes that this is the faster route, and it probably is, but, you know, going off a cliff, you go really fast, you know. You go off a cliff. So yeah, these reinforcements don't get there because I just didn't notice that. So something you do have to keep in mind. The VAB's killing all the ZUs. We're just killing everybody, bro. We're just killing everybody. Set them on fire. I had the fighter up because I was expecting trouble. The Gazelle Celtics are a bit too far away now. Yeah, I'm moving them up. So seed out first with bomber behind. Because I see the CV with... I'm not sure how I saw that. It might have been these. Yeah, it's probably these. And then he sends out a double rocket plane. These have guns on them, so I'm like, fight me. You're right? Obviously, if you hang about, then like in a couple seconds he'll be able to follow the fighter, and I believe he does buy one and kills one of these. So that was too greedy. Like, they should have been evac'd as soon as that had ended. And do pay attention to the time when you're doing that. You can assume that he will buy a fight. Like, I just forgot to evac him. I guess I'm just stupid. Anyway, that got killed by the Conkers, or maybe it was this. It was probably the Conkers. That's not lost a bullet. You see, they just keep coming down here, so do keep that in mind next time you're out here. And you see the efficacy of the Gazelle Cannons and the Legions and so on. So yes, this guy... Oh yeah, the Jaguar cluster died, and that's a loss that I could have done without, frankly. And that was just due to lethargy. You see the Gazelle Celtics, right? You just can't fight here until he kills these. Do you see what I mean? So you just leave... You send him forwards at the start, unless he's got forward deployed AA. And then you bring them back, and you just have them way better, you know, a little bit behind the front lines. Use the Puma Orchid to make sure, oh, I'm not getting shot here, Gazelle Celtics can go there, right, that sort of thing. And, yeah, now we're fighting for this. Is this a +2? It is. It would have been nice if these had gone down the right road, but that's been the case since forever, so it is my fault. So you see I'm smoking the corner, and then I think better of it and just come in on the side. I'm trying to avoid the arty. I guess I get bored and just go for it. So yeah, yeah. So I focus the AA. I know that's not the best AA ever, but you know, if it's dead, then the Gazelle Cannons can come and kill everything. So something to think about. We do see the Conkers now. Sadly, that lost vision, but yeah, we focus the Conkers. That's a better target. So I'm not expecting to hold on to this. It's exactly what I said in the deck review. I will try to hold on to it. I will put some reinforce. You know, there's a little bit of everything. We got a gun covering the road, bit of infantry. I wanted a bit more. AA, right? CV, Recon, and I wanted a supply there as well. So there is a bit there. And I am trying to send a bit more. But the point is, I'm not expected to hold on to this long term, because his div is better in these attritional fights than mine. So I want to take mid, so you see me starting to push here, like I could come over here maybe. This is not a long-term proposition. You know, if I hold on to it for 10 minutes, I win, but his units are better than mine. See, look, they're too close now, right? So do keep that in mind. And yeah, I was trying to get across, but like this guy really messed me up. These guys don't have a machine gun, so I got them for these. This is this kind of situation where group anti-char is super useful. So I guess he lost vision there, or oh yes, he's going for this. So we fly over with the jets, and then whoops, right. I knew this was in the area because it shot the Gazelle Celtics. So I send out the seed first with the bomber behind. He either switches it off or the seed just... Yeah, I believe he switched it off and then switched it back on again. And now the bomber hits him. And I had the fighters out because we knew about the fighters. Now, is it wise to invest this much in air? It can be a bad idea. It can be a bad idea. If I just bought all ground, I would take this. But I don't know, I enjoy buying the air, I suppose. And I know he doesn't have cubs. If he had cubs, I wouldn't be doing this. Osas, we can take Osas. As in the... Oh, it didn't drop. Okay. And then it got hit. Alright, well, yeah. What can I say? What can I say? And then that came round to... Yeah. So, I should have invested in ground stuff. Should have invested in ground stuff. So yes, I'm throwing... You see the counter battery, right? He's trying to get away. Maybe he does. We are pretty far away from each other. You see, the mortars actually kill things. That's a big kill. It's a good job that ran out of ammo, though, because if I lost this... Oh, yeah, now I get it. Wow. So I'm practicing my air spam. I don't know if that's such an amazing... I suppose against his div it is, actually. Yeah, it is what it is. Do what you want. Generally, if you just buy ground stuff, it tends to be a little bit more reliable, and so that was like 1,000 points worth of planes. Imagine if I had 1,000 points here. Well, I would own this zone, right? So it wouldn't even be close. I'd just walk into it. So you might think it's not worth it, but I keep having to buy the fighters because of the bombers he's buying. But I should have a Crotal up there, really. I do get one eventually. The thing is, with the planes, though, and why the planes are useful on 6E, is because I can use them here, I can use them here, I can use them here. Right, this is the best place to use them, really, because he can't, you know, this is closer to his base, that's where all his AA is and stuff, there's nothing here, so... No AA, I mean. So yeah, we're not expecting to live. Obviously, you know, I'm not, like, intentionally feeding guys. We do pull them back in good order, it's better than being dead. He is killing stuff, but, you know, the Gazelle Celtics, there's still 2 of them, and they're going to get several shots off here. And they hit him, so, like, you just can't use planes near these, so don't, well, you can try, but obviously you see what happens. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. They are very accurate, 60%, and this is 65, but 68, that's because it got the kill. So yeah, trying to push, can't really see, and something like this is really hard for me to shift. That's where the planes come in, right? And, like, look where he's put this one. It's very hard for me to get back in here, because nothing I've got can take hits. So if this shoots me, I just die. And you'll notice where he's put it. I'd have to be here to shoot it from out of his range. So he's blobbed up the BTR-60s. There should be, you know, Gazelle Hot or something. I'm plane pilled, apparently. I like the planes. And yeah, you know, we're just running away, right? I popped the smoke on this, it stopped the BTR shooting. These have better guns, but these are vetted. Anyway, I went for the Breuser. Seed's behind this time. I mean, there was a bit of a waste on the seed, but it is what it is. And yeah, he continues to BTR around. You'll notice the ticks actually stopped because he got this back. That's why I'm coming for this, right? This is open as well, I just don't have the units to exploit the gap. I can't really get this round. If I had a couple VABs there, I could have just gone straight in and he wouldn't have been able to reinforce, so... It's not... Yeah, you see the issue, right? I tell it to go here, And it unironically tells me that this is the fastest route. Like, what? Anyway, slowly trying to deal with those BTRs. I am checking this, so Recon Helo straight out, got the fighters, got the Gazelle Cannons, like I am checking to see if there's anybody there. And there wasn't. So I should have just ran this straight in, because I had the Crotal as backup. I could have got this straight in, and then these wouldn't have landed and all this. So MiG-29's going for the Puma. I've got the Crotal though, I'm sort of hoping he flies over, I don't think he does. Yeah, he's killing me here. It's very sad. I'm trying to smoke so I can get the group anti-char in. And, right, so 2 versus 1, and then 2 versus 1. Tarask wasn't in position to stop these from landing. But that's a shame, really, because this is a very expensive... It's a 120-point combination, that. So, at least we can get the transports, because it's not like the jets are doing anything else. And so, you know, that's 80 points he's not getting back, so that's big. But yeah, obviously this is probably going to die now, and... Yeah, if I'd just been a little bit faster there, but... You know, I need more practice, right? So we know about this because the Seed could see it. And then he switched it off, but he didn't move it. You have to move it, because now I'm RTing it. And look, you see the efficacy of... So that's HE, is it? One's on HE, one's on smoke. So he's got no cohesion either. So you see the efficacy of the mortars and of the group anti-char. Very nice to have, right? Otherwise that would take 4 shots or whatever, and, you know, he might get out, he might smoke, whatever, So we're now pushing this, we're pushing mid. He got this back, but he can't get there because, you know, it's easier to defend than attack. He's doubling down on the planes. He actually missed this, I guess. He just aimed in the wrong place. This can dodge, obviously. Yeah, so the CV got out, which is nice. But we can't, because of the dish thing, can't get in. But we're in here now. And yeah, you'll notice that your opponent likes is that he basically, this should be pushing here, but it's very hard for him to do that while I'm attacking here, so a lot of the div honestly is like, have better micro than your enemies sort of thing. We do end up seeing the OSA because the Gazelle Cannons can see it. You just got to keep the pressure on and, you know, attack left, attack right, attack mid. Don't do them at the same time, right? Like, prepare and then go, and don't go on both at once. You know, immediate, because you won't have the micro to click in 2 places at once, right? OSA's shooting the Gazelle Cannons, which means it's time to shoot the, you know... Right, shoot the OSA. OSA dies. At this point, he's like, can't win this. Because, look, group anti-char's going to kill that now. I knew this was in here somewhere, I just wasn't quite sure where. We got the Seed out. I assumed that guy was still alive, but he wasn't. More dudes are coming in. Does this die? Probably does. Did... Will it get there in the next 6 seconds? No, he probably... Wow, I could have got an extra kill. Not that it matters. Oh. No. So yeah, go watch that game of me on 2nd Marine versus him on 6th West German. It's I don't want to spoil it for you. So yeah, you see Jaguar HE kills 3 AA pieces, right? You know, Artie kills another AA piece. Mortar kills another AA piece. Etc. Right, let's get on with it. Right, so here we are again. This guy was rank 84. He started flaming me. It was pretty funny. The thumbnail for the 6E POV experience video or whatever is him. I say, ready, I say, good luck, have fun. I wait for him, right? And he says nothing until the end of the game where he says, God, you're so annoying to fight against. Go touch grass. Unfortunately, I don't have as much time to play as you, etc., etc., etc. So, it was a pretty funny game, though. So, he's heli deploying, and it's like, okay, so Hippie, where are the Gazelle Celtics? They'd be really useful here. I can't use them, because he has forward deployed AA. 6th US gets forward deployed AA. So, a lot of this is about knowing the matchup, right? Knowing what's actually in his div is very important. Most people would assume that 6th US does not get forward deployed AA because it's not an airborne div. It is a light infantry division, though. So the VAB Recos are pretty powerful. And you'll notice I have Tarasques on each side, and that's because I was worried about Alaskan Cav Scout Huey drops. And it looks like I was right to be. Apparently I missed that, but so does he, so that's something. Would that one-shot me? 13 AP. 3 armor. No, it wouldn't. So yeah, when you land these, you have to give them a shift Q order to move, not attack move. Otherwise, they'll just stay on the ground and... Yeah, so his accuracy is pretty low. It's a good job this survived, though. I mean, it doesn't end up making too much of a difference, because it can't kill this, but it is nice for that to happen. Yeah, his accuracy is 19%. So you can't really expect him to hit anything. So yeah, he's blobbing up the Hueys and sending them. It is pretty funny that he said, I'm annoying to play against, given that, I mean, he was basically just doing the same thing. Like, look, he's sneaking around the sides, like, what? But no, well, he lost, right? So that's why. Anyway, you see this just killed 3 helicopters, right? And you see the Sparhees are hidden, and, you know, they're gonna get him. But he did get mid, so that's a big issue. I think he kills this, because he's closer than me. Yeah, I think the toe... No, I smoke it, okay. So we got this problem here where... You know, these tanks, he doesn't get that many of them, but they've got a lot more armor than my tank. I have more range, but if we're fighting here, he's just going to kill me, so I can't really fight there. And he gets a better early game. 60 US is actually competitively viable. You do see it in the tournaments now. Took people a while to warm up to it, but it is quite an effective division. It's just, you have to play it differently. You have to air spam, basically. So yeah, I'm trying to push this to counteract the fact that he's got mid. I suppose I am on a +1 for now. But look how fast he can reinforce everything because of the Hueys. So it is a little bit difficult. But yeah, like, look, he can't see this, so... we'll speed it up a bit, because obviously, yeah, I'm trying to move forward to group anti-char. If that was a regular one, because I think it would have... It took 2 hits to kill, right? So if that was a regular one, he might have made it. You see... You know, we're just trying to thread the needle and just get him. Does end up just getting out there. And, yeah, this one's here, so I come over and I spot that with my face. We do see this come over. The air is going to be a big issue. These bombers are very effective. But we've got a fighter out. And, you know, the Crow Tower's on an attack move order. This one was here, though. Oh, that missed as well. Okay. Okay, well, sometimes they get out, right? And then I fly over 2 stick. Do I make it? He's got him at 2 there. That explains why they always hit me. That's 65% accuracy. Anyway, yeah, another Huey to scout, right? If I'm using Crow Towels, they've only got 4 bullets. So you really need this for that sort of thing. Gazelle Cannon, right? But he does have the Stinger, so I think this dies. And... yeah, trying to get the Huey. I get the scout on the... Oh, no, I don't. Because they nerfed the playing guns, right? So even though this has 4 HP, the French playing gun didn't kill it, so something to keep in mind. The 50 cal, I think, gets it. Yes. 1 shot, 1 kill there. That's pretty funny. 4, apparently. Looked like 1 trace or whatever. So, he's a very vetted Stinger boy, so he does get me there. And, yeah, we can't really kill these because of where he's put them. I would have to smoke... here. Yeah, actually, yeah, I suppose he's not... If this was there, though, yeah, so I'd have to smoke here, get this group anti-char round and kill this, but instead it's, like, you see... Yeah, exactly. So, dragons get outranged by 50 cals. It's just an idiosyncrasy of the game, wasn't always the case. So, knowing that, we can... just, you know, abuse that little bit of range. It's not that far, so you got to keep that in mind. The Alaskan Cav Scouts, would they one-shot this? Oh, it's only got 8 HP. I don't think it would. 8 HP, 13 AP. So 16 AP will one-shot... No, 17 AP will one-shot 3 armor. So 16, 15... Yeah, it would one-shot it. So... yeah, you know, he's trying to bomb... Like, this costs 25 points, man. So, not too bothered. I mean, we do try and save him, and we only lose one. And he's not dead, but he won't be back for about 5 minutes now, because he got wounded. Something like that. We're using the mortar. As you know, I like the mortar. I hope after this you like the mortar as well. I hope you've learned something. After this, I'll show you how to beat the division. And you see, mortar plus VABs, like, we're getting kills. He's getting messed up. Just keep in mind the airborne dragons. The dragons one-shot these. One-shot anything I have, actually. So he gets this. I guess the bomber would have got it even if the dragon missed. So I need another crow tower, really, because this is just getting silly now. I do eventually hit him twice. And now I move this, right? And I am buying another crow tower. And you'll notice this hasn't fired and it's just been sat there. It's because I'm waiting for him to buy RT to kill this. Oh, look, he's doing it. And then this will counter battery him. I can't remember if I'd given it the right order, but that was the plan. Anyway, this is a problem because I don't have like an infantry CV or anything, so that is an issue. I knew it was around here somewhere. What killed that? It sounded like the Stinger. That can't be right. It sounded like the Stinger. Was it this? Yes, it must have been. It's lost a round. So yeah, he's trying to push me back out. He brings his eagles at 2 vet. I keep telling people not to do that, but they know best. So there goes the eagle for the Mirage, because RNG. I love gambling. Okay, your business. Anyway, you always need a supply with these, because they've only got 4 missiles. They run out very quickly. And yeah, you'll notice I'm just trying to hide behind the buildings here so that his fire support can't kill me. He would have to actually push me. This is on the mortar. I don't think I'd given it the order yet, but the plan was always to have that out to shoot that. Anyway, we buy the Gazelle Celtics now, because I'm aware that I need AA here, and that's a great way to just get 3 more Stingers on the field. Oh, it's like 3 Avengers, because they're going to fire twice. Whereas a Stinger would only fire once per plane. And you see these TOW-2 launchers, well, we can just hit them with the tank and smoke if it's a problem. So he nails me there, and then there you go, this is firing, but I don't think I get him, because he starts shooting again. If I'd had a CV next to him, maybe, like this one. Oh, I didn't realise this was here. That's interesting. I knew about the one here. I suppose I should have assumed that there would be one here as well. Does he get out of the way in time? He will do, because even if this fires now, yes, he's leaving. He's not actually giving it an order. Oh, he's just cancelled it. Alright. This Tarrasque Legion has done so much work, it is unreal. And, right, do you notice what's happening here? You jump in, shoot, jump out. Jump in, shoot, jump out. I don't think he even shot me. It's actually pretty absurd. Anyway, I messed that up, and then this is where I find out about these Stingers. 1, 2. I mean, I guess 3. They are at 2 vet. So I go on the Stinger, and I get it, and I make sure I come this way so these don't kill me. So, he's still on a +1. I didn't get the RT. I fired 6 rounds, he was, too far away and missed some. That's life. I don't see a problem with that, really. Nothing can happen here. I guess I should have realised I could move up this way and kill this. But, yeah, because he doesn't get that many of these, but I was preoccupied. You'll notice I moved this. And because his was all low cohesion and everything, like his aim time's half a minute and all this, and he was stunned from my volley and so on and so on. So we are waiting for the next CV to come up. I learn he has an Eyehawk. I've got the seed for that, and look at that. He moved it immediately. So I evac'd because I assumed he would unload and shoot me in the arse, but he did not. It was good play from him though, loading it up straight away. Otherwise it would have died. Or at least it would have been hit by this. I mean, the seed might have missed. So, yeah, we're getting back in. This is on return fire. So I can actually see this. I guess I turned the return fire off or something? Or maybe it turned off when this aimed at me briefly. Anyway, I need an AMX-10RC here. So that it can shoot that way. He's obviously aiming to stop that with this Pathfinders, right? He can see me and so on. So yeah, not having any Milan 1s is a big problem. because a Milan 1 would be great here, because it kills all the trash and it's not so expensive that you miss it if it dies. But you use the tanks, right? So we lose the Dinops, but... I mean, obviously I didn't hit that, but you generally use the tanks. I need a Sapper's Flam here. It takes me a while to figure that out. I buy 2 CVs instead, because I was like, what if it dies? But that was obviously a bit dumb. I guess I don't clock this fast enough. Like, I literally just would have to jump in there and it would die, so... I guess I'm retarded. But yeah, the light rifles are super good against... This is why I brought 2. But yeah, I could have killed this. All I had to do was go forward, so... And you'll notice I had the Mirages out on the side in case he used a bomber, and now the Seed comes in for the Eyehawk. You notice he had that switched off, and I had the bomber ready for the Eyehawk. But now I'm getting hit by the next 2-vet Eagle. I bring my Eagles at 2-vet, so they can miss and not do anything. Anyway, there goes the Eyehawk. But now I think these Stingers hit me twice again. No, they don't. They only hit me once this time. Okay. So yeah, I can see why you might say that the way I'm playing is annoying. I can understand that completely. The division is annoying. I finally figured that out. And yeah, the range on these is nice. It's not as nice as the recoilless rifles, which has that fabled 1025. I just saw a truck there with the Spahis, and it's the same truck the Eyehawk comes in. So I was like, oh, it's an Eyehawk. There's a Navy SEAL. It was a good kill, right? It's better than not killing anything. But I assumed it was an Eyehawk. Now I know it was a Navy SEALs. In the meantime, we're counter-batterying. But you'll notice he's still ahead. He's still ahead. So, I've got 2 of these now. No, I don't. It just fires fast, because my brain is too slow. So you'll notice he's losing stuff. He's losing stuff in the transports, out the transports. The M60s, like, he's got grenade launchers and M60s, which is probably smart on his div. It was quite annoying to deal with. I'm moving. I don't want to die. If that had come in on this, it might have killed it. It might have killed it. So we spot the VAD. We know the Recos can kill the VADs. Guess I should have brought this over. This guy, I don't know, the Pathfinder's on their 1 HP. I don't know if they get out. But yeah, I can't use the infantry there because of all the weapons teams. He's actually brought this one closer. Do they come vetted by default on? No, I don't think they do. So I wanted to put this guy in this vehicle. I just wasn't fast enough because I was worried this would shoot me. So he actually gets out. So I lose the Spahi. So that was a miss micro. I could have done better there. Certainly this could have come around here and sorted that out as well. But yeah, I'm content to just fight here and bleed him out, because I know late game I'm going to have a big advantage over him. Because he's going to run out of everything, especially if I'm killing his air, right? But, you know, after about 20 minutes you start getting worried. You're like, okay, it's been half the game now. You know, I need to be ticking, really, if he's been ticking for the first half, which, you know, he hasn't exactly, but... So at this point, these... Yeah, exactly. We see these 2-vet Eagle moment. This only has 1 bank of rockets, so they actually get out. And then I think this kills it. But yes, we have lots and lots and lots and lots of AA. Lots of AA. Lots of AAs. 7 AA pieces in this one region, preparing for the bombers that he keeps sending. But that's his div, so I can understand why he's doing it. And yeah, yeah. 2-vet Eagles, don't do it, man. If you're gonna... It's just... I can understand, like, maybe bringing the first one at 2-vet and the next one's at 1-vet, but... Like, usually, in a game as 60 US, I buy all 4 Eagles. So, having one of them be slightly better ain't gonna help me. So yeah, he sold the transport, right? So we're gonna get that as well. We got 2 of them now. So, he's very dead. I guess this is on counter battery. It is. They are basically the same, except mine is better. Does cost more, like quite a bit more. But the, like, my aim, you know, his aim time's longer and stuff like that, which does matter in these cases now. We bought a Minstrel, just, you know, that was the one from before, actually. These need to move after they shoot, because he should be arting them. I lose the Minstrel. His infantry is better than mine. the issue is that this fight is actually benefiting him. Kind of, like, because his infantry can fight mine all day, especially the recoilless rifle guys. So I am conscious of that, but yeah, look, if you send guys here, they just come up down mid. At least this guy I realised. So yeah, I'm getting the sapper's flam. And yeah, we lose, it's just the way the map works. It's just the way the map works. He was killing my mortars. So yeah, use the VAB legions because they outrange the dragons once again. Super nice matchup. I guess went too close. So sending the siege round to spot the Eyehawks, and then stingers 1-2 on a 50% ECM seed. It happens. And now I'm gonna... Oh, I aimed for the wrong building. Oh, and then I think this dies. No, this one gets out. Never mind. And yeah, he sends out the Corset because he's only got 2 bloody fighters because he brings them at 2 vet. Oh yes, this one dies. I should have come in this way. This way. Because then it, you know. So it's not effective to lose a 250-point bomber to kill a 55-point stinger. That is in fact a 5-to-1 trade. Yeah, so he's still winning. He's still winning. And you see, like, something like the Navy SEALs I really struggle against. I can't remember if he gets flash. I guess he doesn't, otherwise we'd be seeing it. So yeah, he's big on killing the mortars. So because yeah, the mortars are a great way to win these fights, and also that's how I'm going to get back in here with smoke. So that's actually a really big issue. So we are trying to kill his his arty, and I end up using bombers at one point. Do stay tuned. So I'm falling back, but yeah, he's just got way too much infantry there. His infantry is better than mine. He's kind of built for this fight. It's just the idea is that, you know, I'm better in the open because I've got more tanks than him. Did I move the Crotal after it fired? I guess not. It is dying. So yeah, if I hadn't sent them forwards and just sat here, he never would have taken this zone back, because they came forwards and died, whereas if they'd been in the buildings, you know, if he gets up to here, I'm in flamethrower range, so he can't really do anything. Because he wouldn't be able to use the satchels and so on, so... My bad. You see, I'm very, very concerned with this 155mm arty. We know his fighters are at 2 vets, so he's only got 2 eagles. That second one does show up at one point. So yeah, you see you can like shift queue up the attack orders and everything, but I noticed I was counter-battering that, so I was like, okay, well that's not going to be a problem. I killed the TOW with this. Oh, I guess it's still... oh, these are running out of fuel. Okay. So yeah, we got the seed for the Eyehawk. Does he switch it off? There's got lots of Humvees around. So the idea was to build up here and then eventually get in, but the Legion died to the... whatever, probably this or something. The fighters... I'm trying to get them out, but yeah, it's not going well. We go for the arty with this, and the seed... he's out of ammo, so the seed doesn't shoot. So we get the arty with the bomber, which is pretty funny, but we lose the bomber, so it's not efficient. There's just too many stingers, man. So this was a pretty poor performance from me, actually. I could have played a lot better. But, you know, you're learning from my failings, right? I think I'm perhaps over-investing in air, and that the push here basically put him back on a +2. If I just stayed here... I didn't know what was there, right? If I just stayed here and bled him out more, then... and then attacked over here while bleeding him out here... you know, take my own advice for a change, right? But yeah, this is out of ammo, so this doesn't see it. Anyway, yeah. So now I go for the arty again. Does this even make it? And I make sure I don't fly over this. And that's out of ammo, but it, you know, it would have had to hit me twice, which isn't possible, so it would have been fine either way. Oh, I'm now counter-battering that arty piece I just blew up. That's cool. So yeah, this was a big mistake, man. I lost all my units, lost the zone. He's on a +2. Should have just defended it and come over here. You don't win attritional battles. You don't win attritional battles as 6E. You don't win attritional battles as 6E. Anyway, he sends the Hueys forwards, and it's the same guy, Caricant, Mr. Caricant. You see, all the Crotals are stealing his kills, but yeah. And then you make sure they all move. Most of his arty's dead now. These need resupplying, and now you escort APC in front, right? You can even use, like, if you notice he was like running MMG teams over the open towards me. That actually works, unless there's like a bunch of tanks there, and he's only got a couple of those. Should be okay. So we see the cluster thing come in. I do spread these out. There's his 2-vet eagle back from repairing, and so I evac this. I was just chilling out, waiting for someone to shoot so I could kill him. I'm not sure why he gave up on that. I spread these out. We get him with the, you know, this Crotal, this Crotal, this Crotal, etc., etc. Oh, this Minstrel, maybe. We do lose the seed. But look, his 2-vet fighter's down now, so it's now free reign on the air again, but I'm kind of out of bombers. The Stingers and Iox have killed them all. So we're trying to push back into here. I know it's possible, because I got in the first time. So a bunch of sappers flam with escort APC in front. Although, you know, they appear to be the wrong way around, but yeah, we've got these switched off, because you should just have them sort of switched off anyway, I guess, but I saw the seed before when my seed was here and he came out and evac, so then I hotkeyed him on, you know, made sure to pay attention. Oh, he's going to seed. But you should be ready for it anyway. It's just, you know, human nature, right? You can't be 100% focused 100% of the time. So we got enough here to push this out. Once again, the VABs outrange the Recallus rifles as well. His RT hasn't fired in a while, so I was like, must have got it all. I've killed a lot of RT, so, you know, hitting him with all this and so on. And I'm attacking in 2 places at once, which he shouldn't do, but I don't really have time. Well, he got 14 minutes and he's still on a +2, so. So Gazelle Cannon immediately done. You notice he's moved that now? Smart man. VABs are firing, so these men are not long for this world. He struggles to kill these, because he needs... Because if I've got the range advantage, right, he needs Humvee tows, which he starts buying a lot of. Yeah, he needs ATGMs to kill him, and, you know, this is a lot more expensive than this, so it's not a cost-effective counter. Do I get in that building? No, I just sit outside. Okay. Seed's back. These are all switched off. Trying to get in here, but we know the tow 2's here, and obviously my tanks don't have the ability to tank. They are just a gun on wheels, basically, so... And all my mortars are dead, because I was using them to bait out his RT. Oops, right? Because now I can't smoke my way in. So this ends up becoming a bit of an issue, because look, you know, I can't... So I'm trying to RT the ATGMs, but there's so many. His div is closer to an airborne div, really. It's got more in common with an airborne div. You notice I got the fighters out. Seed's still trying to hit stuff. 2-vet eagles back. Just give him a love tap. You know, obviously if we do that 3 times, I guess, he'll just evac from stress, so... Like, automatically, you won't have a choice. So he hits me, and suppresses the other one, because, I mean, he outranges me, and also, if you put them together, one missile is going to suppress both planes. We definitely get that ATGM. We're trying to get in here. I've got the CVs, but I just can't get in because of the ATGMs. Trying to move up, trying to use the RT. We sort this out. We are sorting this out. Right, here we go. So, big airwave. That one didn't drop, I guess, but we got 2 Humvee tow 2s there. The cost of 2 legions. Seed gets hit by the High-Hog. It is vetted, though, interestingly enough. Ah. I wouldn't do that if I were you, unless it comes vetted for free. Or maybe it got a kill and that's what vetted it. So we've secured this, but we need 900 points in 12 minutes, which is very possible if you take mid, because that's a +2. So I would be on a +4 if I took that. Anyway, at this point, like, I wasn't spending my points for a bit. You'll notice VAB goes first. If VAB dies, no big E. Gazelle Cannon got hit before the Puma Orchid. I do believe they will prioritise that. I was trying to kill the Toe Cobras because he bought 4 Toe Cobras just to try to slow me down. So I lose all the Celtics. He baited me, basically. He ran off and I chased him. I shouldn't have chased him. You see, my losses are fairly atrocious, but I don't really have time for this. I need to get in the zones. So look at this. VABs, 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 right? Same story. VABs go first, right? And then the CV and the Crotal are behind. It's cluster, but it works against infantry, it's just less effective. When that change happened, I was against it, but it was a good change, actually. Look at that triple VAB. Kills the CV. He's got nothing behind this, because it was all here. So, this is a perfect example of how to play the div. The VAB's first, this behind. The Crotal should be right behind it, actually. The fact that it's not is a mistake. So yeah, I think we just leave one here, and the other 2 keep going. He's trying to kill him with the helos, but they go so fast down the road that I'm breaking the LOS constantly. And because this isn't dying, I'm like, well, this'll make it. Because look, the ATGMs, they can't connect in time. Still just, you know, he's still just flooding it. He's just trying to buy time, but it's 10 minutes, man. You gotta buy a lot of time. It's 1/4 of the game is left. So yeah, Crotal showed up now. These are dying, but it beats the CV dying. That's a +2, this is a +2. He is killing me here, but I wasn't spending my points, so here come a bunch of VABs. Crotal's here, it misses, and then I think it fucking dies. Okay, alright, at least it got one. We can use the fighters against these. He's got a lot of Hueys, man. We're on a +4. You can't kill all these in time. So, there you go. Got behind that. We got one of the Toe Cobras. This guy's probably going to die, right? Just about buying time. So, well, you know, +4, and then if I take this it would be a +8, but the idea is that was an opportunity. I took it. It's given me a lot of breathing room. His reinforcements have gone here, which means they aren't going here, which means I can finally send these CVs in. You see, the VAB Legions are just going up to just soak Toe 2s, because I can't... My arty literally can't shoot fast enough. This is like minimum ranged or something. You do have to be careful of that. I'm smoking with the howitzers now. Just like, shoot me, shoot me. These should have been sent out as well. So yeah, you will take this back. So yeah, I get it. You're annoying to play against. I get it. This div is very annoying to play against. So we see this come in, and I'm like, he's going for the CV. So I actually throw a smoke on that to try and break the LOS. I'm not sure if it worked. The other one I hid, so I get behind this in time. I do get behind this in time. And then I go back into the smoke. So, you know, use the LOS. That smoke throw could have been a little bit better done, but the idea was nice. And now I'm in on this side. I'm going to be on a +8 temporarily, but then he'll take this back and it'll be back to a +4. And he's just out of stuff, man. I mean, you know, is this the same guy? No, this is Legros. I think his mate died. Somewhere along the way, yeah. I guess that gets out, but it really doesn't matter because maximum repair time's like just under 9 minutes or something. So there's 8 minutes left in the game. At this point, he's flaming me. I'll be honest, if I was that close to winning and I lost, I'd probably be pretty upset as well. But yes, it was a very humorous example. And I hope you learned something about, you know, not being able to open with the Gazelle Cannons and the Gazelle Celtics and what you would do in the meantime. How would you play against like a slightly lighter div? He was rank 80 something. Yep. And now I will show you how to beat the division in a tournament game. So how do you counter it? This is Hippie versus Stahlbrecher. This was part of the FOB Season 4 tournament. This was a group stage game, best of 1. Stahlbrecher is currently ranked 10, and these were blind picks. We got bans, and then we got blind picks. and so I didn't know what he was picking, he didn't know what I was picking, so it's kind of like a ranked game, but then you have time to prepare the decks and prepare your strategy, right? So, yeah, basically the idea is fairly straightforward. What you do is you don't feed the deployment, you know what's coming, it's going to be a bunch of Gazelle Celtics and Gazelle Cannons, you just play it slow, and whittle him down. Something like the M60 tank has the same range as the AMX-10 RC, and has 4 times the armor. The issue, of course, is he has more pen, he's faster, and all this. Right, so here are the snipers. We know Gazelle Cannons will be sent to kill the snipers. Now, I don't have forward deployed AA, but I do have the quickscope Barrett 50 cal, which one-shots the Gazelle Cannons, if it hits them. It's like one volley. If both of them hit, it'll kill it. And they fire from 1,000 meters away, so you really do have to respect these if you're playing 6E. So he's like, oh, he's not got forward deployed AA, so I'll be fine. You'll notice, like, usually with these snipers, because this goes at, like, 120, you'd be like, what, straight up there, mate, straight up there, mate, straight down there, mate. Yeah, but I'm not a retard, so I don't want to die to the Gazelle Cannons or the AMX-10 RCs. I'm just playing it slow, right? This does eventually get shot by that, and you'll see it. So we've got an Avenger as well, some Stingers, and the idea is just play it slow. I actually evac'd... I unloaded these a bit earlier than I had to. I assumed I wouldn't get this zone, actually, so... So sadly, you know, if that was 1 vet, it wouldn't have killed me, so that's why you bring them at 2 vet, right? Anyway, oh yeah, I think it's now. So Gazelle Cannon comes in. Mom, get the camera, it's quickscope time. Phase, hire me, phase. Bam! Okay, next time maybe. It's because it takes some time for the sniper trait to kick in. There you go, it's kicked in now. Do you see it's lit up? That means I'm recording. Whoa, that's straight in my trick shot montage. Anyway, so as you can see, it does kill him, but it needs that. And the crap is going to kill me. He doesn't bring the Dinops. People don't want to bring the Dinops, that's their business. He brings this thing. I don't think you should bring this thing. You can build the div in different ways. Anyway, this is quite a popular strategy to get down here, and then you starve out this zone and you can take it, so... yeah, so tracking things, right? Keep in mind, we're trying to see it from the 6E player's perspective, I suppose, but I am me. And so yeah, I'm just attacking his flanks, because I'm like, okay, his plan is to go down here and shoot me in the side and all this. Yeah, whatever. Ow. So I'll go down the sides, because I didn't know if he would attack here or attack there, so I already had these units ready. He gets the sniper. I have a lot of AA here. Look, 4 AA PCs. Because I was expecting 6E air spam, and I've got an eagle as well. So yeah, he does get the FABs. Maybe this isn't a good idea because he can react quickly, but by attacking here, I'm forcing him to put guys there, which means there's fewer guys coming here, which means I can take this back. My div's like slightly heavier than his, basically, right? So yeah, he's interested in sitting in the corner. I did buy the AVLM, which is super useful on this map, because you just put it in between these two buildings. This won't be able to see it. And then you can just shoot this. Now, something very, very unpleasant happens to the AVLM. Cover your eyes if you're easily offended. So yeah, I'm forcing him to spend a load of income over here, which means it's not coming in over here, and I already had these units. This wasn't a purpose-planned attack, this was the units I bought to defend Charlie. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you should play wide to kill 6E, but you do have to play the game, right? Generally, you don't want to play, you want to secure your flanks and then, you know, attrition him. But these were here, and you've got to play the game. You don't just 100% I must follow my plan, regardless of what the enemy will do, because you won't get very far with that. So we know it's there. I bring up the AVLM, something really dumb happens to it. I did try sneak around the side, but he had Legion Eclairs there. This was before the RT rework. So it was before the healers got stronger as well, but I kept like pulling this off at the last second because I thought it was dead, and then, you know, I didn't want to fly it over this. Anyway, basically what that means is I can't counter battery as RT. That's why I brought it up. So I'm smoking here because we know there's AMX-10s around somewhere. We can't quite see them. You can see this one, that's why I'm smoking here. I know there's something around here. Anyway, 6E is weak to air spam, if you didn't know. I do believe I mentioned it, because what are your AA options? It's... The Gazelle Celtics are nice, but they don't have a lot of range. The Crotal's nice, but it doesn't have a lot of range. And the Minstrels are nice, but they don't have a lot of range. And the Planes are nice, but they don't have a lot of range. Which means you're quite open to being air bullied because you can't have the AA everywhere and the fighters lose to the enemy fighters and stuff like this. So the AVLM just died. What happened is it was coming over here, this thing shot it, and it immediately got stunned from the first shot. Because being stunned is like, it's like an RNG thing. So I am pretty sure the only AA he has on the map are the Gazelle Celtics. I don't kill it again. I get that one though, that's nice. But this is low cohesion now, so it's going to miss a lot. And you know, if he keeps having to turn, it's not going to hit me. So yeah, we're killing them all. And the plan is to air bully him, basically. Use air to kill these. Use air to kill these, because like, you know, I'm pretty confident he doesn't have any AA apart from the Celtics, and I've proved that with the Eagles. So, as you can see, now all of these are massively exposed. Because, well, that got me, but that's life, innit? Could have set the Stinger up a bit closer. Do I go for it again? I think he lands it again, actually. Oh, I get that eventually. And, yeah, we're trying to push, but the crap is too powerful, apparently. And then that... I guess there was stuff here and so on, but that's pretty unfortunate. So yeah, you see playing wide against 6E doesn't really matter a whole lot. The Eagle you would definitely expect to win that fight, so naturally it loses. And at least we get him on our way out. And look, the Crotal, there's right there, it can't shoot me, it's too far away. So yeah, that missed, otherwise it would have one-shot it. So you can use the smoke to cut down the ranges so that the dragons can shoot the AMX-10s. This is in a nice spot now. And yeah, the reason we're doing so well here is because there's like 4 minutes incomers come in here. I did send some reinforcements of my own, so I did invest a little bit. That's a misclick. Look, I see you. Bye. I do overdo it a bit on the air, but the general idea makes a lot of sense, right? Hopefully it makes sense. Like, the Crotals are still on their way. So, yeah, if only I had put this in here and... What the heck's going on? Did he see me? Oh, I don't think he saw me, but... Should probably get in the tall building so I can, you know... I don't know what I'm doing with that. But yeah, the air's bullying him a lot. And the plan now is, okay, he's put 10 Gorillion guys there. Let's push him out of here and come over here. So, you know, you can do the same thing back to him. Don't be like, well, I have to, you know, only 5E can, only 6E can do these things. So coming in with the, we get him, but we get hit. That's an F-16. I think he gets... No, he's on an attack move, so it automatically misses when he leaves the... Yeah, he's got cover on as well, so it would. If we can kill this, it's a big deal. I don't know if we get it. I can't remember. Oh, we do. In the meantime, I lost my CV tank to his arty. That ended up being a really big problem, because on this wonderful map, the CVs take, like, everything takes like 2 or 3 minutes to get to the front line. So he snipes that, and then that puts him on a +2, whereas, you know, I had the momentum, I was messing him up. So that's a big... And look, I was about to kill this. So if only I hadn't died to the arty, but... You know, your opponent's going to play the game as well, right? And you have to adapt to that. So he's coming over the Stinger and the Avenger. He does get the thing and he dies for it, which means more air spam for me. I am conscious of the fact that he can push up here. But you'll notice he's just playing it like a normal div now. Do you see what I mean? Like, he should be the one sending stuff around the sides, being aggressive. But he's just playing it like a normal div. If you're going to do that, don't play it. I mean, it really is that simple. There are things that do that a lot better than this div. Like 5e, for example, right? Because... your tanks don't have the armor. you don't have the staying power. So do take my advice to heart. But yeah, I expect him to attack down here. I mean, that's like a 6E thing to do, and also, you know, he's got all these units here, so... do believe we send a couple reinforcements. I get Black Hawks for, you know, scouting, for the air spam. The air spam's really fucking him up. Like, have you noticed? He keeps having to buy these Crotals, and he's lost most of his fighters. So, he's finally started buying minstrels. But you'll notice I don't have anything on the ground because all I bought was planes. So it cuts both ways, right? It cuts both ways. This thing to scout, this thing to shoot. Helos to come in because I'm pretty sure he's not got much AA. Although he's still got some fighters left in him, and I'm out of position here. And I can reinforce quickly with the Black Hawks. That's another thing 6E doesn't have. Helicopter deployed infantry. Like proper helicopter deployed infantry. So we finally sort this out, and we finally stopped the tick. 28 minutes in, we've stopped the tick. Oh, sorry. 12 minutes in, we've stopped the tick, and 28 minutes left. So that's really good news, right? It's basically 1/3 of the game has passed. This has a 50 cal on it, so it really works against these. If that was a VAB, it would win, but he doesn't bring the Sparhies for whatever reason. It's his choice, you know. So yeah, I'm like, okay, Black Hawk time. We've got the Eagles back. This is where the air spam begins to not work out for me. So that missed, and I suppose, okay, maybe it's a bit later. So for whatever reason, the Eagle just misses this and he just two-shots me. I was kind of moulding in this game at the RNG, but like that was obviously very unfortunate. But it is what it is when you air spam. When you air spam, it's it can go either way, right? You can put the odds in, like what? I had an Eagle go straight at him, and he's like, I'm going to ignore him and kill that plane and get out without taking a scratch, right? 1 damage. Anyway, he's really min-maxing his Crotals now. So he switches it back on, which he can do immediately. That gets hit by the Minstrel. 50% ECM. At least the Crotal misses it, I suppose. Does he get me? No, he reverses instead of firing the last round. He probably would have got me there, but okay, whatever. Let me win. Thanks. So, yeah, using the black, because we know the Crotal here is dead, because I just killed it. So we're just completely air bullying the shit out of him. That's how you kill 6E. You play it slow in attrition, right? And you air bully. Not every div can air bully, but every div can play it slow in attrition. That was probably a bit of a waste. It's like a 4-minute reload, that. So, trying to get him in the Black Hawk so I can move him over here. Because I know there's things in here that can kill me if I come on the ground, so gotta be careful. Look, so it's an airdrop one I know is clear because this Black Hawk isn't dying. And then I spot this Crotal. So I think this disappears before I can strafe it. Yeah, it's a big shame, really. You see, he's very, very interested in using that Crotal. Because he's, you know, the rest have all died, so he has to pay attention. I see it coming for me with this, and I'm like, oh crap, time to leave. Oh, this unit. Whoa, crap. Oh, anyway, just trying to get him with the seed, but he just keeps switching it off. If this was the current patch, I'd have a mortar on that. So yeah, he is trying to flank me. That's why we've got units to stop ourselves from being flanked, because 6E is the flank you division. So you need to be aware of that. I saw the Sapper's Flam. I didn't see the regular Legionnaires, but I know this can just, with the funny machine gun, really mess up the Sapper's Flam. So yeah, Crotal's giving me a lot of trouble, but we're finally getting the CV. Trying to bait him with the fighters, right? But his discipline's pretty good. Anyway, eventually he realizes, oh yeah, I should buy like 10 million minstrels, and then I start dying, like, because this game's got a lot left in it. Mom, get the camera time. Mom, the plane stealing my kill. That's a shame. But we had the Avengers there. We know about these things, so CV's still alive, thankfully. Look at that. So he gets me. 50% ECM, etc, 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 right? So we go for the minstrel, because I thought that's what hit me, and then he doesn't want to shoot it, apparently. Anyway, have fun with this. And then we lose vision again, or whatever. It's rough being an air spammer. It's rough, but you see how vulnerable the div is to it. So yeah, late game, it kind of loses to heavier divs just in general, right? They have more armor and, you know, just watch out for the flanks, just play it slow. But the air spam is something I really wanted to show off. And this was a tournament game, so this is as, you know, high level as it gets, basically. I think he kills this as well. He got a lot done with this howitzer. Ledresse, that's the CEO of the company, he's called Ledresse. There's two of them, they're brothers, the Ledresse brothers. Apparently they come from, like, old money or something. I don't know how much of that is, you know, people just making shit up. So yeah, his plan is to flank, right? Because he knows he can't beat me in the open. But yeah, I doubled down on the air spam a bit too much. And that, you know, now that he's got all the AA, I'm just going to keep hemorrhaging planes. So that's very bad news for me. So the game still has a lot of time left in it. As much as we'd all love to just watch Hippie win over and over and over again. Does get back in because he just starts buying loads of AA, and I don't... That's the issue with air spam. If they just buy loads of AA, you do need to stop buying planes instead of constantly doubling down. Oh, I need another plane, I need another plane. Great way to lose a game, actually. I do try and counter battery this at some point, and it just misses. Because he's just moving it after every volley, and this is why the RT rework was a good thing, because that's just invincible as long as he does that. So it's, you know. Anyway, most people enjoy the RT rework. Just a couple extremely jaded people, very very loud minority, as is often the case. It's difficult to know what people actually think. So I did a poll on the channel. It got like almost 2,000 replies, and it's like 10% of people said they didn't like it, 75% said they liked it, and the remaining ones said they didn't care. So he's sending the Black Hawk around the back, right, just to scout and so on. Speed it up a bit now because it's getting a bit boring. His plan is to just sit there for the next 40 minutes. That's alright, but don't play 6E if your plan is to just sit there for 40 minutes, because that's not the right div for that. So this is where I'm like, oh, there's a lot of AA there. Sadly, my brain isn't working and I continue to buy planes, so it's very sad. We do identify this Legionnaires. And yeah, the plan is to just get up to here and smoke this and get in. And I was in. I had it. But this thing's killed 2 of my CVs now. So do pay attention. I'm not sure what happened there. Just really wanted to get shot, I guess. Trying to get this, but it doesn't fire if it's too close. So then it gets 2-tapped. It probably still would have died because this would have shot and there was a 3rd minstrel there. So you see the issue with the... and then that, I had it dead on it and it just missed. And then the minstrels killed that as well. So that was dumb because there were minstrels there anyway. So even though the crow tower didn't shoot in that engagement, and I still lost both planes, so I shouldn't have sent the cluster on it. It was silly, but I had the planes and I wanted to use them. So, and now I'm doing it again. Wow, I'm so smart. Should use the eagle to strafe the minstrel. That's always a good idea. And I got shot before the bombs get off, so that's really unlucky. Although, I mean, the siege got it. I wanted the seed to strafe the minstrel, so if I didn't get shot before the bombs go off, that would have died. I would have made it out there, and the seed would have killed the minstrel, because I had it queued on it, but then I had to, if you right-click on the minstrel, it doesn't fire the seed missile, so I had to take it off it to shoot the crow tower. But, you know, they're minstrels, they're very high vet, 75% accuracy, that one, so... RNG is RNG. It was dumb to dive so many minstrels, so it is definitely my fault, right? You can say that's unlucky, and it was, but like, why was I in that situation to begin with? Anyway, you'll never guess what he's trying to do. He's trying to snipe my CV again with that arty piece, so this is why we smoke a big area and have it, like, you know, not exactly in the middle of the smoke and all these things, so... So he misses, and... yeah, it's getting to the stage now where I'm starting to get my tanks online, and he can't one-shot me, and I can, but, you know, I can take a hit. I suppose I don't one-shot him either at max range, but I guess I would two-shot him and he would three-shot me, maybe? Either way, you get the point. This can survive any one hit that he can throw at me, including the Milan 2s, the Toe 2s. Whereas his, you know, this will just eat him, so... He can't do too much about this now, so he clings on for a bit. Obviously, you know, it's a tournament game. Maybe he can come back. And we kill another fighter. I stopped doubling down on the air spam. And, yeah, like I said, you know, 6E, if you're just going to play it like a normal div, obviously it's your copy of the game, but and you can get pretty far with it, because it's a very strong div, but it's not meant to be played as a normal div. You would do better to play to his strengths. He should have attacked here, and then he should have come over here, and then he should have come over here, but instead he's trying to fight an attritional battle against a div that's better than him in an attritional battle. So here we go again, that's why there's a backup CV, right? Ugh. I don't blame him. And yeah, he can't use his Jaguar bombers on this because my Eagles are going to kill him, so... I thought he was there, he's not, he's here. So yeah, you move around this side, the Dragon 2s at close range one-shot the Legions, the Toe 2s, the Cook V thing as well, yes, has like mega range, so easily kill those. And yeah, at this point he is dead, he just doesn't know yet, so speed it up. This goes on for a little bit, but like look at this, he can't do shit, so yeah, just play it slow. And then he does try some at the end, he tries to come around. So yeah, to beat 6E, air spam, but yeah, just, you know, fall back during the deployment, don't just feed all your guys into the Gazelle Cannons, respect the Gazelle opener, just play it safe, slowly push him back, and you can air spam if you want, it's an optional extra. The main thing is, play it safe, slowly push him back. So yeah, rank 6, oh, he's rank 14 now. He's just lost 33 elo somehow. Well, I don't know. His rank was a lot higher. Would make me look better, right? But, well, it is what it is. So that's how you beat 6E. So now you know how to play 6E. Now you know how to beat 6E. Very fun div. I only started playing it properly recently, which is funny because, like, this is my playstyle to a T. That was played before the RT rework, so, you know, you've got this whole thing going on. Anyway. So, yeah, how do you 6E? How do you 6E? Funny Gazelle opener, or just the tanks and forward deployment on the ground, and then, you know, attack in one place and then attack in another place and then attack in another place. Use the air to support your attacks because they'll buy loads of AA over there. Then when you're attacking over here, there won't be that much AA over there, so you can use your AA over there to support the attack. Use the mortars, artillery on counter battery, you know, mortars to get shot at, artillery to counter battery. And do remember to have fun. It's a very fun div. It's a very fun div. And I'll just show you the deck one last time. If you do appreciate these videos, let me know. This is obviously a massive time investment. I could make, you know, 9 regular videos with those replays. So do let me know. And of course, thank you to the generous channel joiners, without whom these guides would not be possible. I hope you have a lovely day.